Hello everyone, Velveteenduck here. Let's take a look at the brand new event that's upcoming, the Terrifying Shadows: A New Era, otherwise known as the Sargon event. Before you actually start the event though, I'm going to strongly suggest finishing the main quest line of Drakensang Online, so you have two yellow marker quests called Shadow Master and the first ones. Both quests have components that require the event to complete. If you do miss the event for whatever reason, it is planned for the Sargon event to rerun on a fairly regular basis, so fear not. Please note that the event progress bars are different and likely based on player level. On my low-level character, these are the event progress bars I see, while on my level 100 Spellweavers, these are what I see. As you can see, there are many marks of Mortis available on my level 100 Spellweaver's progress bar. These will be necessary to enter and fight the new Mortis, conveniently also part of the main storyline. To start the event itself, head to King's Hill, where you'll talk to John's son Lair. You'll need to collect 50 coffee beans from any worthy monsters to proceed. There is no need to waste an excessive amount of time collecting coffee beans, as monsters within Stillwater Bay at night and Sargon's Shadow Fort all drop a small quantity as well. There are also quests from Sir Hardy standing opposite of John, so don't forget about him. 10 coffee beans are used to obtain entry to Stillwater Bay at night. Unless you decide to farm on bloodshed for some reason, then it also costs an additional 10 fragments of infernal passages. The main focus working now? Wonder how that happened. Somehow, I don't know how it happened. My streaming software had the wrong microphone selected. I don't know how that happened. Everything's all good? Good morning, good morning. Hello there, Max. Hello, Expect Nothing, Martin, Zakis. Everybody's here, it looks like. I brought out the duck costume. Wait, I probably should put the wing things on. The only thing is that when I put this on, I have like these two humongous wing slabs, and I can't push any buttons, so I can't actually do anything on the computer. So it works, but it doesn't really work. Thank you, thank you. If you guys like it, maybe I need to wear the duck costume a little more. The only issue I have with it, of course, well, two issues. One, it's extremely hot in this costume. This thing is like, I don't know, whatever fabric it is. It's like the kind of stuff they make stuffed toys out of, I swear. And the other thing, of course, is if I put my wing things on, good luck, I have no hand, no fingers, so yeah. How's everybody doing? Okay, so today's plan of action. We are actually going to, when my beak is not falling down on my face, that is, we're actually going to do the review of everybody's character who submitted. If you guys are interested in submitting on the YouTube side, it is pinned to the top of the chat. You can always submit there. If you guys are watching from the Twitch side, there is actually a link that I put into the description. It's just in the channel description. I couldn't figure out how to put it into, like, pin it to the top of chat. I don't think that feature exists. Now, before I actually start that, there was something very interesting, which I didn't learn about until yesterday, and that is that there are some folks on the Italian forums, and I don't know why it's always the Italian forums, but apparently it is, the Italian forum folks, and nowadays their forum is this tiny little thing down here. And I am going to show it to you guys, so bear with me here. Flip the screen. So this is the thread, and I can't read Italian, so I always have to go, yeah, please translate it. But basically, there are folks out there who actually took the time and they have gone through and calculated all of the various things that you need to know, like armor, resistances, and then it gets more interesting further down. Actually, I think one of the later poses, if I can find it, maximum values on your items. So not just maximum values, but maximum base values as well. I think you guys may or may not be interested in this. If you are on my Discord server, I did put it under one of the sections there. If you're not, that's okay. I just popped it into chat for you guys in case you're interested in checking it out yourself, if you're mathematically inclined. Jeppe here, I'm Italian, we are smart. Yes, you guys are. I was amazed. Because I actually had a chat with Gbit, the guy who posted this stuff, and I was like, dude, this is amazing, because this will actually help people decide, or like, one, it helps you determine what's a good stat, like what's a good base stat, what's not a good base stat, what's a good enchantment, what's not a good enchantment, and on top of that, there's this one here, which I know it's a little small, so I'll try to zoom in. But basically, this final graph here, he actually does a comparison so that you get a relative sense of which item, where can I find the highest of a certain stat. So for example, when he did the two-handed damage comparison, there's one type of two-hander that has significantly more damage, as you can tell by the fact that the number is 8, as compared to some of the rest, right? So you have different ratios of damage, attack speed, health, block, etc. So depending on what you're looking for, if you don't want to look at the rest of the graphs, you can skip that, but this last one is literally gold. It is absolutely amazing. Now, I know some of you are also probably wondering, hey, where's Tyr? That's a good question. I don't know. His PC has not yet been fixed, unfortunately. So he will join us if he gets time. If you guys are still interested in submitting, you can. I will start by reviewing the Spellweavers first, partly because the first guy who submitted was actually a Spellweaver, that's one thing. And the other thing is I am a lot more familiar with Spellweavers. I think the advice I can give for Spellweavers is a little better than for other classes, just because I don't play those classes quite as much. So, everybody's ready. Let's, maybe I'll take this hat off. I actually crammed all my hair into my costume today because I was like, yeah, maybe I should just, hide it so it actually looks a little realistic. Now it's really uncomfortable. Okay, so let's open up the first guy. And as always, whoever submits first is guaranteed to get picked. Those who submit a bit later, we will try to our best to make time for you, but I can't guarantee that we will necessarily have the time to do so. So let me pull him up here. Got our first guy here. Let's see. And his name is Kane. Play League of Legends by any chance, mister? I don't know if you're here. Mr. Kane, are you in the, are you in chat somewhere? And hello there. I don't know how you say your name, Vaxi? Hello? Okay, so we're zooming in on his, pictures. And for him, I asked him what he wanted, and he said how to get more crit and some general advice. Okay, so let's take a look. 164k, alright. And the base damage is just under. This one here is actually... Seeing this correctly? He told me he's a Spellweaver, and I'm like, this does not look like a Spellweaver to me. Ah, no, I have opened the wrong guy. That would probably help if I open the right guy. Here we are. So we're going to start with Stepna here. Mr. Stepna, are you in the chat? I don't want to start with the Dragon Knight because Tyr will give you much better advice than anything I can cough up, so... he just wants your hero to become stronger. Alrighty. That should be easy enough to accomplish. By the way, if anybody is interested in submitting theirs, you absolutely can. Towards the end of the stream, we'll probably play some either Quiplash or Fibbage, depending on what you guys want to see. Okay, so let's start with Mr. Stepna here. Hopefully you are in chat. Are you there? If you are, give us a shout. Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay. Alright, so, for Stepna here. Very nice damage. That's quite low of an attack speed, actually. Critical value, 28%. Sim level is 156, so that's pretty good. Mana regen, 128. 500k HP. Alright, HP regen, block, armor, and resistances. Looking at over here. Okay, so let's start with a few things that you can tweak right away. The first thing is, of course, the HP regen, and I know I've said this multiple times. R9 here says, where can I send you pictures of my character? R9, can you please look at the top of the chat on the YouTube side? There is a link right there. It says submit your character build. You can submit it via that form right there. Okay, so when you're looking at this, HP regen is definitely one of the weaker stats at the moment. I don't know if they intend to change how the HP regen runes work, but as far as spellweavers go, and especially if you're playing any kind of long-ranged class, really, so Spellweaver, Ranger, and Steam Mech, I can speak of that with confidence, that HP regen runes right now have no value. So you can do one of two things with them. Either you can take them out and you can turn them into dust and use the dust to upgrade your actually good stuff, or you can take your HP regen runes and just store them away, because I don't know if they plan to change it or not. And I always like to show the math, because I'm like, some people might not realize what it means to have a regen of 691 HP. But I'm like, if you have 500,000 HP and you're regenning at 691 HP, right? You're going to have to stand there for a ridiculously long time. So you're going to have to stand there for 13 minutes to wait for your HP to regenerate. If you had 1 HP and you waited for it to go to 100%. That's taking a really, really long time. So I don't think this is worth your slots. So instead, you could use even armor gems. It's unfortunate to say, even armor runes would get you further than this, right? Or if you wanted to build like I do, which is I went the path of block. Up to you. But HP regen runes for sure have no value on a Spellweaver right now. Okay, so stuff 2. And I find that wisdom distribution is usually kind of the thing. Okay. Alrighty. So there's a few things that I want you to know here, Stepna, and I'm assuming you're going to watch this stream after the fact, because you don't see you shouting out in chat. So when you break the 4.0 attack speed barrier, you actually get a buff. So basically you can collect stacks of battle anger, and when you reach 100 stacks, you get a unleashed rage buff, which is plus 100% of your damage. That is actually going to do a lot more than just having 200,000 base damage right now. So there's two things you can improve. I know you mentioned you just wanted to get stronger, I believe. Yes, you just want to get stronger. So attack speed increase will be one thing, and I know it's hard with a two-hander, but trust me, if you can raise that attack speed, it will do a lot for you. And of course, the other thing to fix is crit. So the first thing I'm going to suggest for changes to your wisdom tree, actually, and if you don't agree with me, you can always, disregard my advice. But this is based on somebody who has nothing else to do. So all day long, I am like wasting my gold on changing my wisdom and changing my skills to see what I like better. Start right here. So with attack, 160 points, the 80 points that you have in damage here, that's really not doing anything for you. You can take those points and stuff them into here. So this part under two-handed weapons, the one with the cooldown reduction upon kill. So it's up to you if you want to max it out or not. At first I didn't max it out. I had it at, I think halfway, which is like 30 or so. And I thought, you know what, this is not bad actually. And then I decided to max it out. So right now I have this maxed out rather than attack. So this damage right here is quite worthless. As a two-hander, I would take that out and put that into this part. That's the first thing. Now let me take a quick look here at your skill tree. Okay, so you do use Frost Charge. So because you use Frost Charge heals 5% of your maximum HP, right? And because it's 5%, you want to have as much HP as possible. The more the better, because the more HP you have, the more healing it can do, right? It's very, very basic. So I would suggest maxing out. So distribute some points into this cooldown reduction thingy. Distribute some more points into this HP regen. If you're feeling very bold, and this was something that I tried out after many, many times, you can even take the damage that you get from the two-handed weapon, because two-handed weapons, depending on which one you're using, and I saw you were using a legendary one, right? So typically those ones have a fairly decent base damage. I would suggest taking the points out of this and possibly even distributing it until you max out your armor and max out your HP. Those will help with survivability. And those are actually huge. Lots of people don't talk about that. Lots of people, all they do is they look at damage, crit, HP, damage, crit, and attack speed. I know that's what a lot of people look at, but I actually prefer a more balanced approach. And I think you will find that a balanced approach is actually a little bit easier to play because you don't instantly get one shot by literally everything on the field. I'm getting a question here from Regu. Use 2 Q5 rings, mechanical amuleted belt, linger memory adornment, and boots and release 247 work for max wisdom. Yes, that is right. And Dragon Wing set. I would actually say that Dragon Wing set has fallen out of favor. And that's just because we all know that they're going to... They've nerfed Master of Fire. It's no longer supposed to pierce all targets. The only thing is they didn't fix it, so it still pierces all targets. So that is very important to keep in mind. Like, depending on what's going on, certain builds may get stronger or weaker. Right now, I think Master of Fire is on the weaker side of things. So let's talk about items exactly. Yes, Q5 Battle Rings for damage. If you want to, you can go for that. I would suggest trying to replace this cloak ASAP. I can see it's an extraordinary item. So, you know, if you can get that Cloak of Heroes, that would be great. If you can't, even a legendary cloak would bring you one step closer to the top. It still gives crit, though. Yes! Except here's the thing. Depending on how big your gems are, you possibly could get away without it. That's what I'm doing, right? So part of it will also depend on gems. If you can upgrade your gems significantly, you can upgrade your wisdom significantly, and I know that's tricky right now with the wisdom part. Until release 247 is here, we're all kind of screwed as far as wisdom is concerned. Nothing much we can do about that one. So other than that, like gems, I find is actually the way to go for boosting that. Now, because I didn't ask for individual items, I can't see how things are distributed within here. So make sure there are 4 lines of enchantment on all of these blue items. Okay, the reason I mention that is that some people haven't realized that you can craft 4 lines of enchantment onto set items or unique items that only have 3 by default. There's a trick to it. So if you need any help with that, there is crafting guides for that on my YouTube channel. Alright, let's take a look at his build. So we got ice, 2 movement skills. Okay, fairly standard kind of setup. So depending on how you want, because I realize you're a little bit short on mana, and that's probably because of a lack of mana runes. Okay, so upgrade your mana runes and your mana regen runes. That's the other thing. Those are actually humongous, because when you get those up, casting big spells like Guardian, Mind Control, etc., that will actually help you greatly. I would probably take the points out of this Ice Mastery. It's actually not doing that much for you at the moment. Alright? Because you're not even using this skill. You're not even using Frozen Sphere. So it modifies 3 skills. One of the skills you're not even using. The other one is Frost Charge, which is a bit of a joke because I don't know why you would want to Frost Charge into a mob. I usually use it to Frost Charge out of a mob, not into a mob. It's usually quite risky to go in aggressively like that, although you do have 2 movement skills, so maybe you can get away with that. So yeah, you can take off this Ice Mastery, actually. That would probably be my first suggestion. And then use it to either distribute it into points over here to reduce the mana cost of your Guardian and your Mind Control, or use it over here and decrease the cost of your Frostwind and Singularity. Up to you which one you want and how exactly you want to distribute those. I'm more of a fan, like leaning towards the Singularity and Frostwind side of things. Just because I find that for me, Guardian tends to be, depends on the situation. It's a situational use skill. It's not something that I, just automatically spam. Whereas these two, you literally spam them at the start of every single, wave of monsters that you encounter. I'm also not sure if there is much value in decreasing the cost of movement skills. Personally, I've never put them there, but that's because I use my movement skills only when I need it, not everywhere. But I know everybody's got their own playstyle. For mage, I think blue mana and mana regen runes are better for rush, crit, and damage runes. Yes, but this person, if you look at Stepna's runes, like the mana regen and the mana points, you can tell immediately that they're not at the stage of blue. Okay, I see a call from Tyr. Good morning, my bun.
Morning. Sorry, technical issues. I lost electricity. Well, the whole block lost electricity last night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it just came back, I think an hour ago, but I also had problems with my mom, blood pressure issues. She's at the hospital right now.
Oh my goodness, is she alright?
I guess so. Well, she's stable right now, but she's waiting to get some blood tests.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, good.
Yikes.
Maybe what do you call that? Electrocardiogram?
Okay. Alright, so they're maybe suspecting some issues with her heart. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Because I did find it interesting that her blood pressure just spiked. And I'm getting a question here from 1908 Loco. Hello, are you doing ranger builds too? Well, now that we have Tyr here, yes. If it was just me.
Hello?
You might want to take... Okay, my advice with Spellweaver, I think, is at least based on very good experience. My advice based on any other class is probably shaky, so... But yes, you can submit a ranger if you want. I think there's still enough room right now for us to cover most, if not everybody's builds. So, Ban, question for you here, because I know you're on the tablet. Do you want me to send you the links to each character that we're evaluating, or are you going to be watching from stream? What's the plan for you?
I'm watching right now, so if somehow I get disconnected from the call, or I'll just let you know, I guess.
Right, okay. Hello there, Dr. Jeremy. Hello. And good morning to Black Dwarf. Wow, we actually got folks watching on Twitch side. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, so picking up where I left off. Yes, you need to upgrade your mana runes and mana regen runes, that's for sure, for Mr. Stepna here. I thought this was kind of interesting. I was like, somebody's actually using, not the whole set, but 2 pieces of the the Roshan set. I thought that was interesting, but I realized that was probably like a case of just use what you have, and just run with it. But I would definitely rearrange your wisdom talents and make some changes to your skill tree. Like, those ones are your fast, immediate changes, right? You're going to see immediate differences right away. Other things are equipment improvements, gem improvements. Those ones are slow and gradual. There is no fast shortcut for that unless you're just going to drop a couple hundred or a couple $1,000 on the game, which that's your call. I don't make the call on that kind of thing. Alright, so cloak upgrade, that's humongous. Yeah, definitely switching up some of these items. I see there's still some level 130 items, 126, 110. Those can all go up in level. Hello there. Chubby Bun's dog is right there. And of course the HP runes, HP regen runes, to be very specific there. HP regen runes can go. So I think that's pretty much all I have for Stepna at the moment. And those are usually like quick fixes for now. And once you've done that, then it's the slow, gradual improvement side of things that need to come in. So, Mr. Stepna, if you are going to pop in later and you got any other questions, you can always either leave it in the chat or leave it in the comments below. I am going to go ahead and move on to number 2 unless somebody has something else they want to say. Okay, so I know Bun is muted at the moment, but I am actually going to send him this one because I'm not sure if he can see it, because this one here is a ranger. So zoom in. It is Mr. Mofo. What a name. So do we have a Mr. Mofo here lurking in the chat on either Twitch or YouTube? Either way. And this is what I find so funny. I know you guys can kind of see the the tabs. He named his file, "Please don't trash me," and I was like, "Hey, come on! The only person who actually got trashed was me, and that was 7 years ago when I sent my build to tier for the first time." And literally, his first answer was, "Oh, this is trash," and I was like, "Ouch." Okay, we haven't trashed anybody on stream yet. Okay, so we got somebody who realized HP regen runes are worthless. That's good. Excellent attack speed. Getting that up. Okay. Very nice. Very nice on the concentration points in the regen, and I know that's absolutely necessary for a ranger because they don't, they just eat through concentration. Very little block and armor as expected. Okay, and wisdom level 118. Hey, Bon, I know you're muted. Are you able to see the pictures? Okay. Like, do you need me to do anything else different? Wait for the answer. Stoked. I'm actually wondering if there's any value to this one-handed damage. I actually pretty much never use that. Concentration bosses. Got scatter shot here. Decrease concentration costs. Very nice with the explosion arrow. Of course, we have the infinite wolves who can go without that. Yeah, I actually wonder, is there any ranger out there who doesn't use, like once they unlock it, that is, doesn't use the eternally body blocking wolves? Hello there, Snake Gaming. Good morning. I am good, and how are you? Okay, so I don't know if Bun is there or not. If not, I will offer some of my own advice. I don't play Ranger as much. One of the things I probably would do first of all is, I know it sounds strange, but one-handed damage is actually not that huge. So depending on how it is, Ranger might be the one class that might actually benefit from this decreased resource cost, but even then I'd say it's iffy, because I know for a Spellweaver that is like, one-handed Spellweaver, that's trash. Just upgrade your runes and you're on your way, right? You could probably put this into something else. I was thinking probably something like HP. Because yes, you have, what is this, 1.5 million HP for a ranger, but actually for a ranger that is not that much. That is like, just okay. Right, I see rangers with way more HP. So I was thinking this, all the points here, possibly could be dropped into HP, or you could put it into armor, actually, depending on how you want to play. That's your call on that. So survivability. But if you want to be just pure glass cannon, then that would be a different story, right? And I do know some people are like, just give me the damage, right? That's all they want from beginning to end. You would need to be 60 concentration to be in the comfort zone. I see. Okay. Yeah, I actually think like this is on the right track, like upgrading your concentration regen runes and maximum concentration. That is absolutely on the right track for rangers. I'm just thinking.
Hello.
Oh yeah, I can hear you now, Bun.
Sorry, yeah. My iPad got frozen, so I had to restart.
Ah, okay. So you probably didn't hear my question then.
If I could see the images, I am on it. Please don't trash me. This one?
Yes, that's the guy.
Let's see.
I'll let you take a look here while I answer chat. Meatco here says, did you do mine a bit late when stuffing myself with food? What did you eat this time? Was it watermelon with cheese again? Oh man, that watermelon with cheese thing really left an impression, let me put it that way. I have not forgotten it since then. I don't think I've done yours yet, Meatco. I've only done 2, well, this is number 2. So the first guy was Stepna, and the second one is Mofo, so I'd say probably not. And hello, so Snake Gaming here says, hi tier, how are you, by the way, Bun?
Hello there. I am, I don't know, a bit sad because my mom is at the hospital.
Yeah,
but aside from it, I'm alright.
Yeah, stressed. And hola to Mr. Iyama. I don't know that's how you say your name, but that's what I can do. Yeah, I would probably take those points and put them into HP. I think Rangers, especially if you want to use Trap, kind of need to be up close, you know? So it's always good to have more HP or at least, or more armor, either or, right? As opposed to less. So, Bun, are you looking?
I am waiting. I am waiting because my thing is asking me if I want to open the file with an account, and it doesn't let me open it.
Oh. Why don't you just say no? Because anybody...
I just don't understand.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I set it to anybody can view once I send you the links. So.
Yeah, but, I mean, this is a new device.
Yeah.
So I don't know how Google works. So, anyways, I managed to open it.
Okay.
It's the first image.
Right.
But it's giga blurry.
That would be the device, not something I can fix.
I guess it's the connection too, because it doesn't allow me to do anything.
Yeah, probably then.
So I'm just waiting.
I see. Okay.
You can keep on reviewing it, something else, I guess, because... sorry, yeah?
Device. Would it be easier if you just looked at it on stream, or if I just sent you the... I
can't.
Okay, what if I sent you... No, listen to me. What if I sent you the picture directly onto Discord? Like, without the link?
Yeah, that would be nice.
That would be easier? Okay.
Yeah.
You can manage that. Let me see here. I have to download every single one of them, though. Downloads. Here we go. Okay, so that is the first picture. This is the second picture. This guy's wisdom. This third
now
one.
This is easy. Now I can do it.
So it works now?
Yeah, it works just fine.
Okay, so I'll just have to download and send it back to you. I think I'm missing one. I don't know which one I sent. Oh, there we go. Sven there says, hi there, is there an efficient way to farm wisdom levels? At the moment, no. It's 246. If you wait for 247, there will actually be wisdom. You know how with every daily quest, there's like 3 of them, and you can shuffle each one? You can shuffle them to get wisdom from each individual one, as well as like the bar at the bottom. So there's that. And of course, if you buy premium or deluxe, then you can open cubes, because cubes do give wisdom as well. So that is, yay, we're back to pay to win. That's all I have to say about that part. By the way, best wishes to Tier's mom, and I hope she gets well soon. Thank you very much, Sven.
Ooh.
Okay.
Nice.
Alrighty, Bun. So what's your thoughts on Mofo here?
I like this ranger a lot.
Nice.
I like it. So I know a lot of rangers use the predator.
Yes.
Because it's an easy way to get that 4.0 attack speed.
Yep.
But aside from that, it doesn't give you anything.
I see.
Right now, it's a good weapon, yes, for starters. Once you have that amount of damage, you no longer need the predator. You need to switch weapons.
Right.
To what weapon you may ask? Well, that's something I don't know, to be honest, because weapons right now are kind of meh, if you ask me. So my only advice is to go two-handed. But which two-handed? Well, oh man, if by any chance you managed to get the what is it called again? What is the name of the dragon? Bow.
Dragon's incensed something.
Yeah, and if you manage to craft the electrical version, the lightning version of that weapon, then you could easily go that weapon with Master of Lightning, and you will be dealing damage from start to end.
Right.
That is a weapon to go right now for Rangers. Not for any other class, just for Rangers. Because Rangers will be dealing increased damage with Scattershot without even marking enemies. And if you mark enemies, you will deal even more damage. And if you break armor with either Hunting Trap or Explosive Arrow, you will deal even more damage. That is burst damage on top of the increased damage you're getting from the Lightning weapon and the Master of Lightning utility. Because Master of Lightning in Ranger's case doesn't give you damage, it gives you utility. Because now Hornet Cloud and Scattershot are dealing direct damage. So that will be my weapon of choice if you have it. If you don't have it, well, you can just keep wielding the Predator right now, because it's the one giving you the 4.0. And if you decide to go a two-handed, the pauldrons you have right now, those are pretty good if you want to have an easy way of reaching the 4.0 with a two-handed. Yeah, you should not be wearing those in a one-handed build, to be honest.
Interesting.
In my opinion, you don't need them.
Yeah.
Because the pauldrons are good only because it gives you 0.089 attack speed. And that's the only usage of those pauldrons. Because every single base value, aside from attack speed, it's a normal base value. It doesn't give you anything else.
Yep.
Even the unique values, which is it's attack speed and critical, the critical is kind of low too. So yeah, because you already have the damage, so that damage is enough to do bloodshed, in my opinion. Your crit is low, yes, but improving your crit, damage, resistance, armor, and everything, every single stat in the game is part of the grind, of the everyday grind, right? So yeah, it's okay. Your stats are right.
Yeah.
You already have the damage. Maybe the equipment is something you need to look at. I like that you have two Valor Ring of Chaos.
Yep.
Because your character is meant to deal massive damage. So every single item you could get to increase your damage is an item you should be looking at or looking for.
Yep.
You already have the Cloak of Heroes, which is also another item that gives you damage as a base value and also as a unique value. So those items are the ones you should be looking for a ranger, because you need to deal more damage. I think there is a helmet, helmet of the Berserker, I think it's the name. The one that increases your damage. It gives you one enchantment of increased damage.
I don't know what the ranger version is called, but the spellier one's like Fearsome Explorer helmet.
Well, okay, the Fearsome helmet. Okay, it has a different name.
Yeah.
In between for each class, but it's the Fearsome. That one is for every single class. Fearsome. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that helmet gives you damage, so that's one option. if you do not want to go with that, you could go with the Legendary King set. Because right now I'm looking at your gloves and belt, and you have the Jachaks.
Right.
With 2 pieces gives you damage and HP, and 3 pieces gives you movement speed and block value.
Yep.
Obviously, you don't need that.
Yep.
I'm guessing you're wearing those both of them because of the damage increase you get, and that's all right. But you should be looking for something else, something better. Something better as what, you might ask? Well, I think there's a pair of gloves that give you increased damage on your prize fall. I can't really remember if it's the Heralds.
Yes, that should be the Heralds.
But there's another one. There's another one who goes directly to your ambidextrous smithing. I think it's from the memories.
I think it's lingering memories then you're thinking of.
Yeah, I think that's the gloves. I really don't remember the stats. So if anybody knows the stats of those gloves, please let me know in the comments, because that will help me to make a better analysis. I really can't remember because I don't have my computer right now working, so
yeah, dude with
I
no
tend
PC.
to forget things that I don't use. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, unless I note them down, then I would forget them. So right now I have a notebook, so
Alright, let me answer chat here in a second. So the new patch doesn't go up until, they said Thursday, so that is tomorrow. And Regu here is saying that it gives you concentration and concentration regen, and its best weapon for Ranger is Q4 weapon, actually. How about that? They give movement speed, armor, resistance, and increase of talent and wisdom. Yeah, I'm fairly certain. I just don't remember which talent it increases.
Yeah, I know it's the wisdom, but I can't remember what wisdom is.
Extra smiting. Let's take a look here.
And somebody said the Q4. You mean the barrack? Everybody's gonna tell you that is the best weapon because it gives you increased damage as a base value and increased damage as a unique value. Everybody's gonna tell you that, and in part they are correct, but it only gives you that. If you combine the weapon I mentioned with your Master of Lightning, you will deal more damage. It's constant damage, and increased constant damage. It's what you call what do you call it? I can't remember the terminology.
I have no idea what you're trying to say.
Yeah, the opposite of burst damage.
Continuous damage?
Yeah, but it's not continuous. It has a different name.
I don't know. Sustained?
Yeah, sustainable damage. There you go. Sustainable damage. Yeah. So the burst is for when you need to take somebody down as quick as possible, and the sustainable damage is for when you are getting attacked left and right, but you need somehow to deal damage. So you dodge and attack and dodge and attack and dodge.
Two people both asking the same question, pretty much, saying, why do I need Lightning Mastery if I'm a Ranger? That's only if you have the Dragon's weapon. If you don't, then the only reason a Ranger would ever use Lightning is if you are in a party and you're supporting them, because you don't actually deal any lightning damage unless you have specific things that alter your skills.
Oh, and if you have lightning essences too.
Oh yeah, that too.
You're getting 2 sources of lightning damage now, and your Scar Shot deals increased damage.
Right.
And it deals even more burst damage when you mark enemies. And if you're in a group with a Spellweaver, and the Spellweaver is also
Bun, you cut out.
Oh, sorry. What did you miss?
Your Spellweaver has...
Oh, okay. So if you're with a spell weaver, and it's helping you out, and you have
I like how he cuts out at exactly the
lightning
same point.
and lightning essences, yeah. Well,
Okay, I believe you were trying to say a Spellweaver with Lightning Mastery and using lightning skills. Is that what you're trying to say? Bun? Okay, his connection's really bad. Dragan's weapon should be a two-hander, if I remember correctly. At least it is a two-hander for Spellweavers. I'd assume it's probably similar or same for Rangers. Alright, so Chubby Bun here probably disconnected, because that is how good his device is. Either that or he's frozen. I don't really have much more to add about this. I did remember last time that he had a huge favoritism on the net, but I mean, depending on how you play, you may or may not want net in your skill kit. I get why he likes net though, because you can pretty much just spam that sucker once you have all the right things in the right place. Oh, he just disconnected, yep, so that's something to consider. Oh, and you're back.
yeah, sorry, yeah. iPad, sorry.
Yep.
So
Oh,
you were
good.
saying?
I forgot, but anyways, did you have anything you wanted to add about the Mr. Mofo's
Well, I don't know
skill tree?
Well, hold on. I don't know if I answered the question that both of those players asked.
I think so. At least, well, I heard your explanation, so presumably they would have heard it too.
Oh, so do they have any doubts before I continue analyzing the build? No?
Just go ahead and analyze. If they do, it might take
Alright.
them a while to type.
Okay. So what did I leave? Oh yeah. Well, I need to know what wisdom talent increases. The gloves.
Oh, from lingering memories? I have no idea.
Yeah, because it might really increase the same amount of damage that both items of Jajax give you, but you will be getting it from one single item instead of two.
Right.
And that's what we are looking for. If we can find a single item that gives you what 2 or 3 items can offer, well, it's a bargain.
Of course.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh. Whew. Oh boy. Right now the I think the adornment of the Vanquisher is kind of legit. If you kill enemies.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. So if you have it, you can equip it, because you will be killing enemies. Yes or yes, anyways, and that could help you out to increase your critical even more, and it will your critical value, and therefore increase your critical damage too, dealing more damage by default thanks to that. So if you have it, equip it. If you don't have it, it's also fine. Don't worry about it. There's also a lingering memories adornment too that increases your critical value as
I
well.
believe so, yep.
Yeah, the wisdom talent.
Yep.
That one is good too, because it increases your overall critical value. And what you want as a DPS class is to increase your critical value and damage.
Yep.
Critical value, damage, and attack speed. Those are your 3 main focuses. Actually, those are your only focuses. You don't need anything else. You don't need HP, armor, resistance.
I would actually disagree on the HP for Rangers, because they do need to get up close and personal to put that trap down. They can't afford to always stay away, otherwise they don't break enough armor.
Well, why? Well, you disagree because you're playing solo. I believe that's your mentality.
Yes, of course.
There you go. No, then that's a no. If you're playing solo, this is not the game for you. Go play some other game. Because this is an MMORPG.
I play solo when you're not around, Bun.
Well, yeah, that's the problem. But this is an MMORPG.
Yes, I know.
So, yeah, and that's why you don't need HP, resistance, or armor. If somebody is getting the aggro, because somebody has to hold aggro, somebody in the group, then you take that advantage to place your combo. And even if nobody is holding the aggro, then why should you be getting close? You're a ranged class.
Because you need to put your trap down.
Well, yeah.
Can't throw your trap across the field. And sorry, not an option.
Well, as soon as you place the trap, the stun is instant. If you place it correctly, because as soon as you hit the key, the trap triggers.
Right.
It's not placed; it triggers.
Just thinking of like the immobile dudes like Grimag and whatever. Those guys can be a bit of a pain sometimes.
Yeah, it's like your Frozen Nova. That you just hit the key and it stuns.
Right.
It doesn't matter. So the hunting trap works like that. The only problem with the hunting trap is that it doesn't work on certain monsters or champions or sentinels or bosses. Like hello, that is the only downside of that skill. And therefore, people opt to get more HP.
Yep.
But if you're playing in a group, you should not be needing more HP. Now, if you're playing solo, and I believe this is your approach, then forget about armor and resistances and go full HP.
Yep.
Like full HP, because your wild pack will regenerate some of your health, of their damage dealt.
Yeah. Based on
health.
HP too, I think, right? Or
yeah.
Is it...
Yeah, so, and based on the damage they deal, it's 60% of the damage they deal.
Okay.
And wild pack deals damage based on your base damage, right?
Yep.
So, and this is the only way I would the only way I would agree is spending more points on that thing to increase the number of wolves you get. Is only to regen your HP when you know you're gonna get one shot.
Okay.
Sorry, not one shot. At least, you know, like 3/4 of your health will be gone in one hit, I guess.
I was just about to say, I was like, if I'm one shot, how do I regen?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, sorry. So that is the only option for you to get your health back. And if you're getting hit from all sources, then at the very least your wolves will block some of them.
Right.
And they will also regen. So that is the only reason I would spend more points on wild pack.
Yep.
But if I am in a group and somebody's holding aggro, I don't need more than 3 wolves, because each wolf deals one single target damage. So if you're in a dungeon trying to run speed something, like, I don't know, something, then the wolves get in the middle of everything in body blocks.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if your party gets annoyed by that, but I get annoyed by that, and I don't like it.
I'm laughing so hard. Just remembering that stream where 3 of us are playing with Wolfpack and just body blocking the hell out of everything.
Yeah. But anyway, if you're in a boss fight, then wolves should be there.
Okay.
If you're on a dungeon that you need to kill certain enemies, like the sludgy dudes on Bloodshed, then you need the wolves.
Yep.
Because you need to kill them fast. And if each wolf is dealing damage based on your base damage, and on top of that you place hunting trap and then explosive arrow, and then you burst down that thing, it will die.
Yep.
Instantly. And you can do a few tricks, right? You use red essences, summon the wolves, and then switch back to normal essences. So wolves are on red essences.
Miko's multitasking trick.
Yeah. So wild pack is on red essences now, and the physical armor is broken.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
So that's how you deal more damage. And that is sustainable damage plus burst damage, which is the combination every DPS should be getting, or should be focusing at. Okay, that's about your build, I guess. Well,
okay.
Your character items, I should say. Oh, there is a necklace. You don't have a necklace. A unique one? You only have a legendary?
Yep.
Right? So, this is optional. You could go get the one that increases your trap armor debuff. It's okay, I guess. It's okay.
Which one is that?
The Arachnas one.
Arachna one. Okay.
I think it's called Arachnas Vigor.
Doesn't matter the name. Just make sure they know where to get it.
Yeah, it's an Arachnas Palywolf Arachna.
Right.
Yeah, it's optional. You don't really need it. It's optional. I think there's another one. There's another necklace. I'm forgetting one necklace.
Medusa.
But I don't remember what it does.
Neither do I. I don't play. My ranger doesn't have parallel worlds unlocked, so not a clue.
Well, I really don't remember what it does. That's my bad. I need to start taking notes again. Oh boy. Okay, I am guessing the buckler gives you what, HP?
Perhaps.
Am I correct or am I wrong?
I don't know. I don't recognize a lot of ranger uniques. Like I recognize some, like Balor's ring, because they're the same artwork as mine, but otherwise I don't actually recognize that shield.
I do, but I just can't remember sometimes because it's been a while
what is
since
the
I played it
equivalent
back.
version? Is it the equivalent of justice or?
Yeah, I
Riddle?
think so. It should be.
Okay, then it should be
should
HP.
be.
Unique value should be HP, and it's a ridiculous amount of HP.
So that buckler is good if your focus is HP, effective HP. If it's not effective HP, there is a buckler that you can get from Gwen Farah that increases your damage by 15%.
Right.
So that is a good buckler to take into consideration in case the event arrives, which is next year. Wait, hold on. No, not really. Yeah. So if you manage to get your hands on that buckler, it will be a good tool to be used because it increases your damage even more.
Right.
And if you have those jewels too, jewels of power, of ghost power,
Yes.
they will increase that amount of damage as well.
Yep.
So it's a good tool to be used, and pay attention to the jewels drop as well.
Right.
I think there's another offhand you could use.
I like how Mitko's making fun of us. He's like, no clue, but you need to make a list if you're going to do build reviews. Yeah, Tyr normally keeps track of this kind of stuff on his PC, but his PC is toast, so that's why he's having to make do with whatever.
I can't remember the other offhand.
That's fine. I think we've given this fella plenty.
Yeah.
I think
Okay,
we should
that's
probably start wrapping up, because otherwise we got a few other people who also wanted their builds reviewed, and we should look into theirs.
oh yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, we're not going to spend 3 hours debating one guy.
Oh yeah, so about the gems, the offensive gems related to damage.
Yep.
Only use those gems on the items that will increase your damage. Don't use them on any other item because you're wasting slots.
Right, of course.
Only on those items. Even if those items are only 3, use only those 3.
Yeah.
Because if you pay attention to how much damage another item that is not going to give you unique value damage, and you make the comparison, you will notice that the damage your gems are going to give you is not even comparable to the amount you get from those unique items.
Yeah, certain items.
When socketed with gems.
Yep.
So yeah.
Alrighty.
Oh, talents. Oh yeah. I guess that's it.
Okay, so we're good. We're good to move on.
I guess so.
Okay, I've already sent you the pictures for the next fellow, so I'm going to pull them up here. So this is Name is Shifax.
Name. I need to read. Shifax. Wait. Really?
I don't know what to say about that name.
Really? Shifax. Is that correct?
Buddy, I don't know how you got away with his name, cause just so you know, if people actually catch like inappropriate names, they can actually submit it to support, and they would actually like screw your name up. So
Hey, but this
just
is
an
a story.
FYI, Mr. Sheepax. And hello there, Gabriel. Always good to have you. Okay, so Shifax here, level 72 with a wisdom level of 54, so a relatively either a new character or probably somebody who came back and is in the process of leveling up at the moment.
Okay, I'm looking at the wisdom tree talent.
Let me see. I'm gonna see what he wrote at the bottom here. Hold on.
Kill tree talent.
He says, I think I'm not
Ooh.
dealing enough damage and need to have more HP. Okay. You're on the right track with those two ideas, at least. But
More HP though. I'm looking at the HP and it's quite high.
I'm looking at the crit, and I am like, what is that crit?
Well, yeah, everybody's gonna have that amount of, that amount of crit because he has magic items.
Yes.
This is still leveling up. So
Yep.
this is one of the things we do not focus on the things we know you guys are gonna get on as long as you keep on grinding, you know.
Yep.
So yeah, the crit, yeah, we know it's low, but if you're asking for advice, it's obviously you cannot increase it. You cannot rise it up. So that's why you ask for advice.
I'm
Right.
gonna say, like, because I know I have multiple tabs open. You may or may not be able to do that with your iPad. But if you look at his wisdom tree distribution, he's put his points into attack speed and one-handed damage. I'm gonna say that one-handed damage can go, and you can drop those 52 out of 60. Put that into your crit. I know it's not a lot, but it's better than 1% crit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that would be like the first thing I would do, wisdom-wise. Like, you can leave the rest in attack speed, that's fine. But that damage thing is really not doing anything for you. Put that into crit. That's gonna do a lot more.
And I guess she, I assume it's a she because she facts. But I am gonna ask anyways. Are you female? Question mark.
Don't know.
Anyways, I am looking at the skill bar at the bottom, and
Okay.
I noticed teleport instead of frost charge, meaning this player prefers to play with teleport instead of frost charge.
Yep.
So let's go check out the experience tree.
Right.
Well, there you go. I see you have 1 point spent on teleport for the extra movement speed. Okay, that's good. So this is preference, right? This is playstyle preference. Because I know you are comfortable playing with only frost charge, and obviously I think that's the way to go because it regens your health.
Yep.
Based on your maximum health
Yep.
per enemy hit. So when you're in a pinch, and I tend to hold the aggro. Hey, I'm holding the aggro. Boom, full health. Noise.
Yep.
Without the need of a potion, right?
Yes.
Or an elixir. But this player is using teleport and is saying needs more HP.
See,
Well, if you need more HP, it equals I am getting hit non-stop, or I am getting hit more times than I can afford.
yes.
Meaning you need to heal up somehow. So
Yep.
drop teleport and go for frost charge.
Yeah.
That is the first advice.
Yeah.
You only need to spend that single 1 point on frost charge to heal up
Correct.
and trigger the effect.
Yep.
Now, If that is not what you want because you don't feel comfortable playing with Frost Charge, well then, I guess you need to stop getting hit.
Well, here's the thing. I noticed he has 1 point in Magic Missile. I'm assuming that's to try and take advantage of the 10% of your HP restored per kill. But that is actually quite difficult to pull off, and it's virtually useless once you get to boss fight. It's virtually useless because you're mostly focusing on one target. So the Magic Missile heal is quite weak as compared to Frost Charge, where you just need to make sure you pass through a bunch of monsters without dying, and whoosh, their HP's back to full. Obviously, there's a few tricks to using the Frost Charge heal correctly, and that is that somebody or something else needs to hold the aggro. So, for example, Mind Control, which I see you have, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
So you need a Mind Control, or you need to have somebody hold aggro, for example, a Dragon Knight. And then the other thing that you want to look out for is ranged attackers. This is very important because they fixed an exploit where people were basically becoming immortal, like you couldn't attack them, because movement skills basically protected you. So they removed the feature of protection, meaning that as you travel from point A to point B, if there are ranged attackers aiming in that direction, they will hit you, you will take damage. It is actually possible to die, because I've done this multiple times, and it's worse on the test server for me because I have more lag there. It's worse there because what would happen is I would try to travel across a mob, right? And then I would get hit en route, and then my body would continue to travel, and I would end up dead, but my HP bar is actually half full because I got hit halfway and I died. But then my body travels the rest of the way, and I regain HP, but I'm already dead. So just be aware of that. It's very tricky to get Frost Charge right, but if you use it right, it's amazing for healing.
Correct.
Yes. Oh, and was that Jesse Games? Hello there. Welcome to the Velveteen Duck. If that was you that just followed, good to have you.
Hello there, and thank you for following.
I just saw a pop-up, and I was like, who's that? Here's the other thing that I thought was interesting. So I see he's using Master of Fire. There's a thing that's kind of tricky.
Yeah.
Because Master of Fire, technically it got nerfed, but it was a paper nerf, meaning they changed the description, but they didn't actually change how the skill behaves. So right now it says it's only going to pierce 3 targets. It actually still pierces everything. Okay? But I'm assuming at some point they are going to fix that. So it's only going to pierce 3 targets. So right now, if you want to use Fireball, can use it. But once they fix that to only pierce 3 targets, your Fireball is very, very weak. And Burning Effect is also quite weak right now. So I would actually say, I see you got half an ice build here. You got 5 points in Frostwind, you got 5 out of 5 on the Frost Nova. I would say that you could probably even opt to go full ice, just dump all your points into that ice missile, dump all your points into that Frostwind, and just go the path of pure ice all the way. That is definitely an option. But for now, because of the way Fireball is working, if you want to stick with Fireballs, that is also okay.
I was about to mention the Master of Fire as well.
Yep.
Right now, because it's kind of buggy, right? I think you should drop it and go as Valve said, but also remove the 1 point on Magic Missile and switch it for Chain Lightning instead. Because you need to get used to hitting only 3 targets now, instead of when they fix the Master of Fire. Because when they fix it, you will still think you're gonna pierce everything, and that's not gonna work anymore. And you might get hit, or you might not be dealing enough damage, and you will try to do it, but it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
And Fireball damage is linear, while Chain Lightning is to the nearby enemies.
Correct.
It bounces. It bounces.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It just bounces. So yeah, you could use chain lightning for more than one enemy, and then my ice missile. Whoa.
Ice missile now hits two targets.
For one single target.
Two.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you that's basically just to burst down one single target.
Correct. Yeah.
Or someone in between or behind.
Yes. Yeah. And hello there, Curd Faja. Welcome to the Velveteen Duck.
Well, I think he could remove 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, 4 points from Frost Nova and 1 point from the Magic Missile, and spend those 5 points on Frost Wind.
Yeah.
So as to increase the damage from Ice Missile, and then the 10 points from Master of Fire, remove those and spend them on Ice Missile.
Yes.
So you will still have one left. And you won't need those 10 points on Fireball anymore.
Yep.
So now let's see what costs you mana, because right now you have very low mana.
Yeah, I think he could probably put them into the one that subtracts mind control plus his Fire Guardian. I know that that one's quite expensive because I think it's like 2 points for every decrease. But just for now, like this is like a temporary while you're leveling up and getting stronger measure, then that is a fair thing to stick your points into, because otherwise you won't even, like, you literally will press one button and then you'll be stuck standing there spamming your missiles. It's not very fun, right? It's like you can't actually combo because your mana bar goes from full to empty with one button press, right? So what we need to do is make it so that you have enough mana for now. So for now, subtracting, like putting your points into these price fall talents here, that is actually a good idea temporarily. Until you get stronger, you get your mana runes, you get your mana regen runes. Once you get those, then you can take those points out and start shoving them into damage. That's what you can do.
I might actually suggest removing the Guardian of Flames from your skills right now and go for Ball Lightning.
Ball Lightning? Yes.
Yeah, so that you can do more sustainable damage and increase the damage output from your chain lightning at the same time, without the need of spending that much mana, because Ball Lightning is already on the same row as your Price Fall 4.
Yeah, that one's quite cheap.
It has reduced mana.
Yeah. Actually, that's what I do on my test server character, because my test server character doesn't have real runes. Like it has let me see. What did it come to release 245 with? It had 1 wisdom rune. That's what I had on the test server. So it doesn't really have runes. So runes, basically, as far as this goes, I would suggest that you can remove this for now and use this, Ball Lightning, because it's cheaper, right? And then once you get enough mana, then you can have that option of swapping back out to Guardian or something else, whatever you want. Like some of these more expensive skills. Consider the skills down here for the most part. Like you pick only 1 or 2 of them at the start because they're a luxury for people who have the mana and the mana regen. If you don't have that, it's extremely hard to actually use them effectively because you pushed 1 button and then now you're going to stand there and spam Ice Missile until your mana comes back, right?
Yeah. Another option I can give you for when you are against a champion or sentinel. I know the more damage you deal is the better, right? But you could also use the normal Guardian as a mid shield.
Yes.
You just stand behind it.
Yes, totally.
I think it has increased HP and armor, if I'm correct.
I think so. I can check. I believe the Spellweaver, like the regular Guardian, is a little tankier.
Yeah,
he's a little tankier than the Guardian of Flame. So basically, you're looking for a meat shield to help you survive. Yeah, and other than that,
when you're facing. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, other than that, like, just the obvious thing, you need to level up and then just replace your blue items with extraordinary with legendary with, unique and set items. Like, that is a fairly obvious path, I think, of progression. And obviously making sure that once you reach higher levels that you also craft all of your items, that you craft appropriately. If you need any help with that, there is a crafting guide on the YouTube channel, so you can always look there for that. Mitko here says, there are runes that give you mana percent? Yes, there is. I have a whole bunch of them. Pull them up. I don't remember the name because that's how my brain works, but they are right here.
Rune of Efficacy.
Oh, look at that. Even
Rune of Efficacy.
Yeah, so there's Rune of Efficacy, and then there's Rune of Recharging. So those are both important. They're important for both Spellweavers and Rangers, and I think Dwarves too, to some extent, right?
They're okay for a dwarf. The dwarves do not need those.
I know Rangers is like super concentration hungry. Spellweavers is like you just need to reach a certain level where you're comfortable, and that's about it. So depends on where you want to put the mark for you, but that's how it goes. Okay. You have anything else you wanted to give to Mr. Shefax or Miss Shefax?
Yeah, I was saying when I got interrupted.
Sorry.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Just joking. Yeah, that you can just place the Guardian when you're facing a troll, and you know you're gonna get hit from the troll, so as to block the hits and hit from behind.
Right.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Even if that's a champion, since the Guardian has increased armor and it has HP based on your HP,
right,
it's gonna take a couple hits.
Okay. Alrighty, so what I'm gonna do, since I think we're pretty much done, unless anybody else has any comments or Mr. or Miss Shefax wants to pop in and say anything, we'll move on to the next person here on the list, which actually has quite the much better developed character. Further along in the progression. I've already sent you the screenshots, Bun. Are you able to see them?
203 wisdom, is that it? Is that the one?
I believe so. Yes, 203.
Adrian, is that it? Ooh.
Yeah, it is Adrian.
What is that helmet, though?
But no runes are cheap, says Miko. I don't know. Just go check Zumpy.
It looks ugly as F.
Hey, I wore that whole thing as a skin before. Come on, bud. Okay, I'm gonna quickly read what he wrote. So he wrote, "Hi, currently I run on these settings. I don't think that my current stats are any weak, but they're not among the best either. I would just like to get feedback from someone else. What could be changed in my setup? Should I think about other spells and elements like ice or lightning? Or maybe it'd be nice to change some of the unique items, or maybe try to get one of the sets. P.S. I have very few infernal fragments, barely 300. P.S. 2. Sometimes I also have the feeling that my damage is cut more strong. I think he's saying my damage is not high enough with stronger monsters. I'm very curious about your opinion, and greetings from Poland." Well, hello there, Adrian. Hello from Canada, across the ocean.
Hello from Mexico.
Okay, so let's take a look here.
Ooh, he has the riddle.
Yes, I know. I was actually thinking of trying out the riddle, but not with Starlight. That was not my thought, but riddle, the HP on that sucker is insane for a Spellweaver. I didn't even get a good one, and I thought it was insane.
What is the unique value? The same
hold
as
on, let
Justice?
Me check. It's like 40,000 HP, I think.
Oh, same as Justice, so that's a version of Justice, okay.
I'm pretty sure
right?
I have one somewhere. I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I lost my item, I don't know where it went, or I'm blind. Probably blind.
Hello?
Yeah, I can't find my... Oh, here it is. That's how blind I am. 43,487 at level 140. So yeah, there you go. That's an insane amount of HP, which explains why he is actually... This has been the tankiest Spellweaver that I have seen since I started this build review thing, so I was like, not bad. HP regen runes.
He has more armor than I do.
I know, right?
Yeah, I suck balls.
This has been the tankiest Spellweaver we've seen thus far. I'm actually kind of impressed. Just Note though, the HP regen runes probably not worth your time. You can put on anything else you want right here. You can put in your armor runes, your resistance runes, even block runes probably do more than HP regen runes right now. So, for Adrian, you can definitely take those out and swap them out for whatever else you want. That would probably be the easiest first change. He is using one of those lingering memories. It's the adornment. Should be a lingering memory, so that should work properly. With release 247, if I remember correctly from what people have said. So you'll get a nice jump in your crit with this update that's upcoming tomorrow. So honestly, as far as crit goes, I think you're set. Like, continue to improve, obviously, but I don't think you need to do any drastic changes with that. Attack speed is quite good at 4. You've already reached 4. If you're comfortable with 4, then stick with it, but I do find that with 4, sometimes like when you stop a little because you're kiting, that you can actually lose your Unleashed Anger buff, like if you don't attack fast enough and consistently enough. So it's up to you, but I would probably personally, I would pick to go up to as high as 4.5, but that's your call. Mana is really good. Mana regen is not bad. Like, I think for most spell weavers, those are sufficient numbers, unless for some reason you pick a very mana hungry build. Oh, sorry, I'm just taking a look at chat here. Alright, well, take care there, Martin, and thank you so much. By the way, thank you for the reminder, because now I just need to say it. If you guys are watching from the YouTube side and you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. The channel is very close to reaching 1,000 subscribers, and we start to unlock some new features there. So, you know, it's a great way to support the channel for free. Right? We all love free stuff.
If you don't have money to donate, question mark, cough, 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 cough. You can just subscribe to our channel, right?
Yep.
It's gonna help us a lot. You just have no idea.
Yep. Same goes with the Twitch side if you guys want to follow, but Twitch has a little bit less of an impact. Definitely on the YouTube
and it's
side.
For free! It's for free. Do not forget that. It's for free. You don't need to spend any dime.
We all love free stuff, right? That's how it goes.
That's how it goes.
That's how it goes. Okay. This is interesting, because I realized he is using this one. What is it called? The Herald's Cloak. And his is at level 75. And then, of course, he's using Fireball with it. And I'm like, okay, that makes it a little tricky because Fireball right now, because it's not fixed, it's technically bugged, right? Pierces everything. So you're getting, 2 Fireballs in. That's actually not bad. But I was just thinking, I was like, once they fix it, even if you have double Fireball, it's... I don't know, the value of it is just gone down a lot. So that's kind of up to you, but I'm not a fan of the Fireball thing, especially with 2 out of 2 fire. I think the 2 out of 2, you only need 1 out of 2 if you still want to use fire. Or you can try something else, aka ice. I think that would actually serve you better. Ice and or lightning. And you are correct with what you typed there, Adrian, about ice or lightning. And hello there, Marco. Welcome to the Velveteen Duck. Always good to have you on board. Okay, so what I would suggest, you're not actually putting any points at all into Magic Missile, and yet you're using it. That's the first skill to throw out. If you're not going to put 1 point in it, you don't need it. Out. And you're not using Poison Mastery, so again, out. Don't need Magic Missile. If you want 2 movement skills, because I know some people like having 2 movement skills on their kit, that's okay. That's your call. I am a huge fan of just using Frost Charge, but I realize that that doesn't necessarily match everybody's playstyle, right? Everybody has their own playstyle, so that's your call. The only thing I might do is maybe put 1 point into Teleport, so you do get the movement speed buff from it, just so that, it's a little more utility with that. So what I would suggest instead is probably switching your Fireball out for Ice Missile. Take some of the points out of your Fire Mastery, you don't need that many. Put them into Frostwind, right? And then what you do is you do the Ice combo, which is, you Mind Control, so you're safe. Put down your Singularity, you break everything, right? Then you go ahead and you do your Frostwind, everything in a humongous cone. And then you do your Frost Nova, everything is now frozen, and you've broken Ice Armor. and then now you do your ice missile to hit 2 targets, right? And I do realize that is a small area because you're gone from fireball hitting everything to ice missile hitting 2 things. But here's the thing: ice missile is excellent for wearing down, like, say, a champion or a boss or anything like that. Once you've gotten that double ice armor break-in between your singularity and your frost nova, that's a huge thing, right? You've broken their ice resistance into the negatives, and you're actually dealing more damage now as a result. So this will deal way more damage on a single target. And then, if you want, like, you can still keep Fireball on board right now, but I still think that it should be rethought. Like, I think Big Point actually needs to go back and re-examine how they want to do Fireball, because it's not right now. Okay, they have a choice between pierce everything, it's insane, or pierce 3 targets, and everybody goes, that's lame. So there's no in between.
I think what they should do, well, it's my own opinion,
Right.
is that on impact it should explode and hit up to maybe 4 or 5 nearby enemies. It doesn't have to pierce.
That is actually what it used to do.
But the AoE needs to be bigger.
Right.
They could even increase the size animation from the fireball when you throw it, so that it actually matches the explosion size.
Right.
Right? And I think that would be good. It doesn't have to pierce.
Right.
Or, you know how burn right now, it's a joke?
Yeah.
So what if on burning targets, if you cast fireball, they will explode already a burning stack and deal AoE damage around the target.
Yeah, that would be interesting. That would be a lot more interesting.
On top of the AoE damage from your fireball. So that's 2 AoE damage stacked up together.
That's actually very similar to what they do right now with Frost Nova. Like, it's barely noticeable, to be honest. I can't notice it in combat, but with Frost Nova, if you hit an enemy that already has frost on it, you will deal like an extra explosion damage. The only reason I don't know it is because my damage is so high that the initial smack from Frost Nova probably already killed it. So I was just like, yeah, what explosion damage is already dead. But it is there.
Yeah. It is there, yes, correct.
So yeah.
Okay, I guess he has the 10 points on Frost Chart to increase the damage on Frost Nova, but I really don't recommend that.
I'm fine with that.
You were so keen on that. I'm not keen on doing that.
I'm fine with that, but he needs to use Frost Wind with that to make it actually worth his while. Because right now you're not using Frost Wind. It's like, please don't. Please don't.
So I would remove 9 points from there and spend them on Ice Missile. But since he's not gonna use Fireball, then spend those in there.
Yeah.
Instead.
Yep.
And since you're now focusing on single target damage and maybe chain lightning,
yes,
then you can spend those 5 points you take away from Frost Charge on your Rising Vigor 1 to increase your Ice Missile and chain lightning damage even more.
Right.
Or spending on Frostwind. Well, it's okay because you're gonna remove Master of Fire, right?
Yes, Master of Fire. So you got a lot of points from that.
Yeah, spending those on Frostwind is gonna be good. Guardian of Flames is okay. It's actually good.
Guardian of Flames is actually pretty good.
Yeah, to focus down strong monsters such as champions.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And that's the thing. You mind control something. Make sure that thing is not berserk mode. Please.
Yeah.
Then you go in because you know that there is gonna be focused on the mind control target. Frostwind the mob.
Right.
And then focus down the champion only.
Correct.
That's how you use your combo.
Yeah.
And Guardian of Flames, please, Guardian of Flames, casting it, hovering the champion. You hover the champion and then you cast Guardian of Flames.
Right.
Because if you cast it right next to you, it might attack adjacent targets.
It's just gonna be like, hey, here's this little dude over here. Let me punch this little guy. And it completely ignores the champion that's like over there.
Yeah, and that's not what we want because we are trying to get rid of the most annoying monster on the field.
Right. The most dangerous one.
Which is the champion. Annoying one. It's what I call it. It's what I call it.
Oh, this is interesting. So I'm looking at his wisdom, and he's actually using the HP regen. I don't think you need that one. You know, that first category, the middle one? He's got 24 out of 60, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's HP regen. I don't think you need that one. Because it doesn't really do much for you right now.
Question marks. Question marks.
Yeah, Trasher, I don't know what's up with the tooltip, but I mean, in theory, Fire Guardian is actually pretty good. Just in practice, I have no idea what's going on with the tooltip. But
yeah, he's talking about the damage it deals. Yeah, we know it's bugged. But we're not talking about if it's bugged or not. We're saying the skill is good.
Yes.
So, we already know it's bugged. And it's to be fixed. Yes, but the skill is good. Period.
Yeah. You know what's interesting? I'm looking at Adrian's wisdom distribution here, and I'm going to say that he's got two things which kind of make me raise an eyebrow. So one of them is the passive HP regen, and the other one is Hangman's Pride, I think is the name. I can't remember. Anyways, Hangman's Pride might be good if you max it out. But at 3 out of 80 points, it's really not doing anything at all for you. I would actually have said, why don't you finish maxing out your armor, right? And then you can decide where you want to put the rest of your points. Like, do you want to put it in resistances? I see you already have second chance, so obviously, you have a lot, and the shop and the workbench. So you have a lot of flexibility with your wisdom points, and I don't think putting it into passive regen right now, even at this stage, I still wouldn't put it in passive regen. I would even put it, I know you have 150 mana, I would even put it into mana before I would put it into passive regen, because that is how utterly bad right now passive HP regen is. You can put it into either armor, which would probably be where I would put it. You're not really building block, but that might be something to think about, because you do have an offhand, like you have an extra slot compared to somebody like me who's running two-handed. I'm down a slot. So you can also consider block. That is an option. Something to think about.
That point you mentioned, it's the difference between playing Spellweaver and Ranger. Ranger does not need block.
Yeah.
Whereas Spellweaver does.
Yeah. I actually think that block on a Spellweaver, after I started building it, is kind of useful. And that's because we have a lot harder of a time trying to get our maximum HP up.
Yes. Whereas Rangers, they just cast Wild Pack and boom. Boom. That's literally it.
Spellweaver, so Mind Control, Rush Charge, and as long as you don't rubber band, yeah, you can heal.
Yeah, there you go. So that's the difference. Rangers do not need to build armor or resistances, nor block. Just HP and Wild Pack, and boom.
Yeah.
Whereas a Spellweaver, the only way for them of healing up effectively is by casting Frost Charge.
Yeah.
The problem with that thing is if you're not mind controlling something, or your Dragonite is not holding or maintaining the aggro, you will get hit through the animation.
Yep.
Which is kind of dumb, if you ask me, but that's how the skill works.
Yep. It's all thanks to people who were exploiting the system, so they removed the shield feature. Like, actually, when they first came out with it, in 245, you actually were immune to damage for, like, I don't know, half a second or so as you traveled across, which was fantastic, because I literally... The only reason I died was because I rubber band, which is a different bug. But now I die while I'm traveling because I'm getting hit, and I'm like...
Yes. Because you are an immobile target while charging in.
Yes.
it's literally calling you an immobile target, although you are charging in. Obviously, you're transitioning from one spot to another, but you are not moving. You don't have power or control on your character.
Yeah.
While casting that thing and through the entire animation.
Yeah.
So you cannot dodge.
Yes.
Therefore, you get hit and you die.
Yeah. With 247 though, yeah. Adrian's crit is just gonna go through the roof because of that lingering memories adornment. So that's fantastic. I think you might need to save. Like, you might need to take some points out of some of these other things and put them into the crit because they're fixing. Oh wait, sorry, no, this is damage. What am I saying? Damage. Never mind. Oh yeah, if you want, you can take some points out and put it into that damage. But that's actually kind of up to you. I think crit would have been better.
Well, question mark?
Because says, just updated my build submission. If you open my old one, I'll tell you. No problem, man.
No problem. I would actually recommend removing all resistances and max out your armor instead.
Okay, that's what I did, yeah.
Yeah, because 90% of the monsters in this game deal physical armor.
Yeah.
Everything else is elemental damage. But if you look at the elemental damage monsters, in this case, the champions, because the guardians, they do not deal elemental damage, they deal physical damage.
Right.
So champions, fire explodes. Can you dodge it? Yes, unless the target is a knight. Therefore, you need to mind control a target to stay alive, stay away from the champion.
Right.
But if it's not a knight, you are safe 100% of the time.
Yep.
Poison. Poison will always fit the poison towards the target.
Yep.
Meaning you, a guardian, or a mind-controlled target. So you just need to stay away from that linear attack.
Right. And actually, this is something that's very interesting, because what Tyr is saying is basically the elemental attacks from champions are, for the most part, other than maybe chain lightning, relatively easy to dodge, right? Like, you can see them coming. It's like, oh yeah, big fiery circle, yeah, let's get out of the way, right? It's easy to dodge. So you actually can get away with 0 out of 80, or just the minimum amount. And you can even try putting your points into block, which is actually what I decide to experiment with. Now, this is very interesting because I find that usually what kills me is not an elemental damage monster. It is a physical damage dealing monster. Meaning that if I have block, I increase my effective HP, therefore I'm actually more likely to survive those physical damage dealing monsters than I am if I were to put my points into resistance.
Yes. And when comparing Spellweaver with a Ranger,
yep.
Spellweaver, in my opinion, should build block value, and Ranger should build HP.
Right.
Right now, you can stock it up to 50 amethysts.
Okay.
Type gems.
Yep.
So your HP should be millions of HP. Therefore, you will be pretty much immortal, for saying the least. Whereas the Spellweaver does not have that advantage, therefore needs to block, needs to mitigate the incoming damage somehow.
Right.
What damage do you need to mitigate armor? Physical damage. That's the only damage you need to mitigate, because everything else, you should be able to dodge it.
Right.
Oh, excuse me. Oh.
All right.
So obviously, you look at both builds and both characters, and you say, oh wait, so I have 30 slots with critical, I have 30 slots with block, and I have 40, not 50, 40 slots with damage, unless I can find a fifth item, right? And then I spend the rest on HP. That's your Spellweaver. And then when you look at the Ranger, it's a different story. You have 50 ruby type gems, you have 30 uh, onyxes, and then you have 50, right? Obviously, you can have 50, but it's a saying, right? You
Right.
can have 50 more, but it's you know the logic. Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Oh.
So 50 amethysts, right?
Yep.
So yeah, that is the difference in character.
Yeah. Overall, I think Adrian's character is doing fantastic. I don't have too much more to say other than maybe shuffling some of the skill and wisdom points. Like, I think he knows what he's doing when it comes to equipment for the most part. Like, I don't think I need to really, like, hammer in any points or anything. Like, everything is already on the right track, so I'm not overly concerned with that.
What do you mean? We need to roast him.
Oi. We still have a lot of folks who submitted their builds, man. So let's move on. Unless Adrian is here and has any specific questions. Otherwise, we're gonna move on to the next guy.
I'm kidding. Ooh, who's this one?
Okay, Bun. So I've sent you the pictures. This one here obviously used a external camera to take the pictures. So we have here, what is his name? Wolfio. Do we have a Wolfio here in chat? And what Wolfio here says, I am not dealing enough damage. Also, my attack speed is very low and wisdom is very low. Plus, I'm new to the game and there's just a lot I don't know about the game. Okay, so we need some beginner style tips. He is level 66 with a wisdom level of 17. Yikes. Okay. Let me see here. Does not have premium. Okay. Here, quick. Let's do a two-hander.
Noise.
Trasher. First tip is one-hand weapon. I have to actually agree. So, Wolfio, because you have very... yeah. When you have very low wisdom, which is an unfortunate thing that has occurred because they made the update and then they made it so hard to get wisdom, right? With a low wisdom character, it's really, really hard to build up crit and attack speed. So I would suggest going with a one-handed wand, and then you have a pick of offhands whether you want, you know, offensive offhand, which is probably what I would opt for, or a defensive offhand. I would prefer the offensive offhand because you need crit, okay? And that is one of the first things I would do, is I would not scatter my points all over the place, which is kind of what's happened. And I kind of get it. Like, you're thinking, oh yeah, you know, I'm dying a lot, maybe I need some defenses. Oh, I'm really slow, let's put some in attack speed. But actually, you'd do a lot more if you concentrated all of your points into probably crit. If you want to do a little bit of it into attack speed just to like make a break point, then that's fine. But otherwise, I would even skip the attack speed for now. Yes, you're slow, but if you can hit heavy, things will still die, right? So first thing of all is to try and replace this with a one-hand weapon and some kind of offhand. I would suggest a crit-based offhand. Let's see here. So obviously you're still doing classes. I don't think... yeah, you don't have any runes. So as you get stronger, I would also suggest trying to play in a group whenever possible. The reason for that is, you look back at that stream. So all of us were playing alt characters, right? None of them were strong. Between all of us, there was literally not a single speck of crafted items, and we still managed to push our way all the way into Merciless. We have to go step by step, right? So we went normal first, then we tried painful, then we tried, you know, excruciating, then fatal, then infernal, you know, like step by step. But as a group, because we were talking to each other, we were functioning as a team, we could still push our way into Merciless. Yes, it was extremely difficult by then. I think Infernal is really realistically where we should have stopped, but you're going to find that you'll need to push your way into the higher difficulties, specifically, at the very least, Infernal, because you're going to need to farm runes, right? So you might have already been getting rune trinkets, which you will be able to see with this tab, but right now they're probably all empty, if you have any. Before you purchase any slots on them, though, okay, word of warning, make sure your trinkets, whether it's jewel trinkets or rune trinkets, same thing, need to be level 100. If they're below level 100, you can't buy the full 10 slots on them. You're actually wasting your Andermans. Okay, so you have been warned. Let me see here. Got a lot because it's a spell wave of 137. Yes, I know. But I mean, hey, when you're new, this is what you start with, right? XP gain. Good. You are stacking all your XPs. This other stuff. Yeah, as a new player, you'll probably still need this materia fragment drop bonus. I'm not going to tell you to take it away. I'm going to say leave it. That's because you'll need them for your later on quests if you haven't run into them already. Obvious things, of course, is gradual replacement of your gear as you go along. That obviously will occur with time, so I'm not going to harp about that. And of course, if you haven't already, so I don't know how far you've gone. If you haven't already, make sure you do your crafting quests and unlock all of your crafting achievements so that you can start doing enchantment transfer crafting, because that is absolutely key to how people achieve those high stats. If you can't do crafting, you will not go far. Okay, let's take a look here at skill-wise. Damage, etc. Okay. Fire. Okay. Take a look at this other one. So this one, I think we've kind of fixed your wisdom. Kind of told you what to do with this part. So now that we need to talk about skills. Step 1, probably not fire. Fireball has good AoE, I'll give you that, but that's about it. Like, it doesn't actually do anything else. The other thing is, you have 130k HP. I'm assuming you probably have a little bit of a hard time surviving right now. Maybe, maybe not, because you're probably mostly playing normal. But I would suggest that instead of taking teleport, that you can take frost charge for the healing if you do find that, hey, I'm dying a lot and I need to heal and I don't have potions. I'm looking at all these empty potion slots. So I'm just thinking, I was like, if you don't have potions and you need to heal, then frost charge is necessary with at least 1 point in it. Okay? I would actually suggest replacing fireball with probably ice and or lightning. Like either of these. You can go ice, like pure ice, or you can go ice plus lightning. Right, that would be my suggestion. I would also dump this. You have 100 mana and 12 mana regen. You're not going to go far with all of these very expensive skills here at the bottom. I'm seeing 1, 2, and 3. Like, these are super expensive skills. You press one of these buttons, and then you're doing nothing for the next, however long until you regen. So what I would suggest is, I know your attack speed is low, but you can put it into arcane concentration so that when you use any of these 4 skills here at the top, regen a little bit of mana. It's not much, but once your attack speed starts to go up, that will help you out. In the future, once you get your runes, your mana regen runes, then eventually you will throw this skill out. That's just fact. Like, bye, right? I would probably switch this over because I see no potions here, and I'm assuming that potions are not plentiful in your bag either, so use this for healing. Put all your points into Ice Missile, put some points into Frost Wind, and I would get rid of this for now. This extra explosion. If you want to use this extra explosion later, it's optional. But for now, I would rather that you put the points into your Nova, into your Frostwind, and then your combo would basically be Mind Control, you stay alive, drop a Singularity, so you break armor and resistance of everything. So everybody in your party benefits from that, right? Next, you go up and you do your Frostwind over a huge cone, drop your Frost Nova, everything's frozen, plus now you just added an extra layer of ice resistance break, and then you can start hitting everything with Ice Missile. This only hits 2 targets, so obviously you focus on the strongest targets first, right? But that is how I would do it. And as well, I'd probably say if you end up with any extra points left over. So I've dropped Fire Blast. I know it costs 0 mana right now, but it's still not a good skill. Or not that good to justify using it. And I would probably put the points into one of these mana reduction things. I might even drop the Guardian, because you're probably having a very hard time right now trying to have enough mana to do anything. I would even go the way of Chain Lightning and Ball Lightning and use those instead. Oh, and you also don't need this at this point. What you need is to reduce mana costs, because otherwise you can't even cast anything at all. It's very hard to cast if you have 0 mana. So, Bun, I saw you popping in and out. Was there anything you wanted to add to Wolfio's build for now?
No idea. I think I missed everything because I lost my connection.
Oh, okay. Well, I gave him some very basic advice because I mean he needs to level up. That's a statement, right? So mostly
Yeah.
I made
Oh.
suggestions to wisdom tree, suggestions to skill tree. Equipment wise, I'm not going to say too much because everything is changing very rapidly while you're leveling, right? You're not going to wear everything. Let me put it this way. By the time you reach level 100, the equipment that I see here today will probably be all gone. So I don't want to give very solid advice on that other than to switch your two-hander for a one-hand plus an off-hand, preferably a crit one.
Yeah.
And then other than that, I'm not going to say much more about equipment because everything you're wearing right now will be gone by the time you're level 100.
Yeah. Uh, I actually, well, I wanted to suggest going Master of Ice.
Okay.
Yeah, and Frostwind, your way out of the mine.
Yep.
Because in low levels, it's kind of hard to deal damage, to be honest. And when you don't have the resources, in this case, attack speed or mana regen, well, as long as you cast one single spell, one of those big ass good spells, then you run out of mana.
Right.
Yeah, and you no longer have the resource to use. So what if you choose Frostwind, and thanks to Master of Ice, it will deal AOE damage.
Right.
It doesn't cost you anything, and you will be dealing damage, and you will also be reducing attack speed and movement speed, which is something a low level character um, tends to fall into when facing a monster.
Right.
The monster is too fast
Yes.
in movement and attack speed, and its attacks reaches you because you don't have that much HP and you die.
Yep.
But if you slow them down, at least for a moment, and then you keep on stacking those things, at some point they're gonna get frozen and immobile targets.
Right.
Yeah, you build damage, AOE damage, and if you combine it with Frozen Sphere, it's not a skill to deal damage, but to slow things down a bit more.
Ah, Wolf is actually here in the chat.
Yeah, that's my only advice, I guess.
Yes. Do you have any questions about what we said? Wolf, if you have any questions, this is your chance to ask them ASAP, and we can answer them on the spot.
It's your chance to shine.
Exactly. You got the spotlights, you got the microphone on you.
Oh man.
Figurative, I don't actually have one for you.
Oh, I love that song. Spotlight. Oof. What a song.
I see.
Oh yeah, you don't know anything about songs. Yeah, I just remember.
Exactly. I was about to say that. By the way, it seems like I am lagging again, so I'm gonna log out of the game to reduce lag.
Okay. Question marks.
I think it's probably because my sister's using the internet. I can't help that. Okay, I am trying to send you the next...
Is she working?
Yes, she is. I can't help that. I'm trying to send you the next guy's pictures, but because of my internet issues, it is currently a little bit stuck. So, if you have any questions, Wolf, this is your chance. If not, I'm going to start opening up the next guy's stuff here. Let's see. So, our next person is actually the first dwarf that we have on stream. So hopefully this doesn't get too choppy, but...
Oh.
Yo, Black Dwarf, are you still there? I know I saw you on Twitch side.
Oh no.
I actually know this guy. He's from Tegan.
My favorite class in the game right now. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Okay, it's slowly upping the pictures to tier here. It's taken a while to send. Sorry, Bun. Internet problems. Nothing I can do about it.
No worries. Do not worry at all. At all.
At all. At all.
Oh wait.
He's gonna make weird noises
At
while
all.
we wait.
Quack.
Duck.
What?
puts the duck hat on. Puts the duck hat on while we wait. The only thing I don't like about this is that I can't actually see when I have the duck thing on. It's like completely covering my face. Like, hello, I can't see.
What do you mean you cannot see?
I can't see.
Can't you see the? Don't you see those humongous eyes you have above your what do you call it, peak?
Above my beak, yeah. Humongous eyes, indeed. Humongous.
Yep, humongous eyes, indeed. Yeah. You said you cannot see. I doubt it.
Those embroidered eyeballs that don't do anything. Oh boy, it is taking a while.
Yeah. Okay. Gonna call my mom and see how it's going at the hospital. So give me one moment.
Okay, make sure you mute yourself, please. Alrighty. So, while I am waiting for the internet to smooth itself out, which is not something I can actually fix, hopefully you guys can still kind of hear me, despite the lag that is apparently going on. So, Mr. Blackdwarf here wrote, I am dying a whole lot and I need advice on crafting gear, building crit, and speed. So let's take a look. I am just gonna do some general advice because I don't actually play Dwarf all that much. I wanted to switch class to Dwarf, but then I was like, man, the amount of effort it would take me to re-farm every single thing again, it would take me so long to do that because I just don't farm very much, so I'm like, maybe not. So I didn't end up switching class. So I like the Dwarf class, but I have not switched over for a. So let's take a look here. Level 173 Wisdom. That's practically the same as mine. Oh, you're back already? Okay, Bun.
I am back.
See all the pictures that I sent?
Oh, yes, I can. Ooh. Yes, I like playing. Wait. Does that mean you don't like playing Spellweaver and Ranger? No, that's not what I said. Lol.
Okay.
So where do we start? So you don't have enough attack speed.
Yep.
You don't have enough attack speed. Let's see. Let's go check. Oh no. Wisdom. It says. Oh, I see. Okay, interesting. Bunch of points. I like it.
Right.
Okay.
Hello there, Jack.
Okay, nice.
Morning.
What else? Talents. Let's see. So he's asking for advice on.
Let me take a look again. He says, I am dying a whole lot and I
Hello?
need on? Can you hear me?
Oh, okay.
Yes? He said,
yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, he says, I'm dying a whole lot and I need advice on crafting gear, building crit, and speed.
Okay, first of all, he's saying, I am dying a lot.
Yes.
Alright. I checked his build. And this is... Okay, first question is... What difficulty does he play regularly? I don't look at the stats. Don't look at what he has. Is he around though? Is he here right now in the chat?
I think he is there on Twitch side. I'm unsure if he will answer the question or not, but it looks like he is there.
Okay. Well, because I can see him doing merciless with these stats.
Right.
Even bloodshed in a group.
Yep.
In a group, obviously.
Yes.
Okay, well, let's fix the first thing. I'm dying a lot. Okay. Oh, there is a talent, a passive talent called engineer, like engineer.
Yep.
So if you upgrade that up to tier 2 or level 2, however you want to call it, you will heal up based on the damage your turrets deal. So having a machine gun turret and Tesla turret will help you heal up a lot. I see you have the machine gun passive and the shrapnel passive too. I will say you do not need the shrapnel one.
Okay.
And what else? And also you do not need the 10 points spent on shrapnel shot. I believe the base damage from shrapnel shot is already 400. If I am correct, 400 physical damage. You don't need more damage than that, to be honest.
Okay.
You already deal a lot of damage thanks to your machine gun turret, Tesla turret, and mechanical turret. So those 10 points in there, you do not need them. You could spend them instead on engineer.
Okay.
So that you can heal up.
Okay.
Now, you spend 5 points on machine gun turret.
Yes, Bun?
Hello.
Yep, I can hear you now.
Sorry, my thing keeps on DCing. Sorry. Okay, so I left at. You can spend those 10 points on engineering instead, so that you can heal up thanks to your turrets. Then I was talking about machine gun turret. Right. So did you spend those 10 points in machine gun turret just to increase the damage from the turret itself? Because that's the only thing it does, I believe. It's a 10% increased damage per spent point in there. So
yeah, I don't know.
It's good, I guess, because you deal more damage. But let's check on your stats. I need to check on your stats to give you further advice.
Okay.
How much steam do you have? Steam 132. Okay, then you do not need to have a synergy, right? Okay, 132. That one costs 80 steam plus the 50 steam. That's 130. Okay, that's enough steam to cast machine gun and Tesla turret at the same time. You will be left with only 2 steam, but I think that's not enough steam to keep performing the combos such as mine and C14 micro rocket to further physical armor debuff and AoE damage thanks to C14 micro rocket. Okay, then what we can do is to remove those 10 points from machine gun turret and spend them on tactical turret to reduce the steam cost from your machine gun turret. Yeah. So machine gun turret's steam cost will be reduced from 80 to 60. So now you have 60 plus 50, that's 110. And you are left with 22 points left of steam, which will be enough to cast one C14 micro rocket, which costs you 20 steam. If I am correct.
I wouldn't know.
I think it costs you 20 steam.
Okay.
Might be wrong.
Alright.
I think it costs you 20 steam.
Okay.
Oh no, or is it 10 steam?
I don't know, and I'm not logged into the game right now because I'm lagging.
No, it's 20 steam. I can't really remember. But the thing is, that the C-14 micro rocket causes somewhat steam.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's more than 5, more than 10.
Right.
Yeah, it's 20 steam. Yeah, there you go, 20 steam.
Okay.
And what? 20 seconds CDR time? Yeah,
Okay.
20 seconds CDR time, I think. Mine is on a 15-second CDR time, and it costs only 5 steam. So this is the thing. I'm trying to. This is a very weird playstyle that you might not like, and I totally understand it. This is how I like to play it though, because I think Dorf right now it's in a very good spot for ranged and melee range, because he can do both extremely well.
Okay.
So the way to heal up in this case, because you mentioned you're dying a lot, is thanks to the points spent right now. We still need to further log into your build, but for what we spent already, you cast machine gun turret, then Tesla turret. Engineer is already active, so you will be healing up.
Yep.
Now, you're healing up, and then you can do 2 things here. You go in, place mine, stun everything, and everything will get armor debuff. 25% armor debuff right now.
Yep.
That's the initial armor debuff you get from mine, and then you already you don't have enough steam to cast C-14 micro rocket. So you can do 2 things. Thing number 1, you cast Irondorf. You get into Irondorf mode, and then you get out of Irondorf mode.
Yep.
To do what? When you Irondorf, you get full steam. You get your 100% of your steam back.
Right.
When you get out of your Irondorf, you keep that steam.
Yes.
Thanks to how the skill works, which is when on Irondorf, you will be losing a certain amount per second. Once the 100% of your steam runs out, Irondorf mode will finish. Right?
Yep.
Well, anyways, you don't need Irondorf in this first approach. So you get out of Irondorf, you get your full steam back, and now you have a chance to cast C-14 micro rocket.
Sick.
So you C-14 micro rocket on top of the mine that was already placed, and you will deal AoE damage increased thanks to your mine.
Right.
And on top of that, you will break armor even further up. Now, you are still healing up based on the damage from both of your turrets, because they've been there this whole time. For when the things get out of the stun, because they will get out of your stun, of course only lasts 5 seconds.
Right.
Then you already have enough steam to cast Jack Dorf in the box.
Interesting.
So you are still alive and healing up.
Right.
And this might not look like, hey, I didn't deal enough damage. Well, that is a bit correct and a bit incorrect. 50-50, because your turrets are dealing the damage.
Yep.
You already applied armor debuff and dealt AoE damage thanks to your C-14 micro rocket.
Yes.
Now, if you placed your Dorf in the box further away from your turrets, but it's still in range of machine gun turret lasts 20 seconds.
Yep.
Whereas Tesla turret only lasts 10 seconds. So they are still in the fire line of your machine gun turret. So you are still dealing damage.
Yep.
And then you have time to cast shrapnel shot, maybe a bomb, or I don't know, maybe you need movement speed or to regen your health back, then you go for a steam conductor. You have options now because you now have full steam. And even if your Tesla turret runs out of time, you already have the steam back. You can cast it again. And by the time you cast Tesla turret again, your machine gun turret will still be there because it lasts 20 seconds. So when your Tesla gets back on cooldown, machine gun is still in the field.
Right.
You cast Tesla turret again, and boom, you are still dealing damage.
Yep.
Yeah. Any comments you need to answer?
Not
before
from,
I keep talking
not
about
from
this.
Black Dwarf. Let me see here. Hello there. I don't know how to read your name. And oh, Trasher. So he's saying, yeah, I know that with 247. I know it's being fixed. Did the patch notes come out or something? Is that why you're commenting on that immunity mode being fixed? And yeah, I apologize for all the internet troubles. I may have to move my streaming schedule because it looks like Wednesday is not a good day to stream if my sister's always trying to work and screwing up my internet at the same time. So it's like, maybe I should move the stream date, but we'll see about that. But for now, we're all caught up chat-wise, so if you want to, you can go ahead, Bun.
Oh, okay. I think your idea of using Master Fire is really good. I was actually using Master Fire at the time because it has a chance to explode, dealing 100% of your base damage as fire damage around you when you hit enemies. So it's really good when you are in Iron Dwarf.
Right.
Okay, that was the first approach. The second approach is same thing. You cast machine gun turret, Tesla turret. You go in, place a mine, but this time you cast Iron Dwarf and stay in Iron Dwarf mode. Oh, excuse me. Why? Because Iron Fist deals physical damage, and the debuff you just applied, thanks to your mine, is physical damage increased.
Okay,
it's an armor debuff.
1 second,
Oh, yeah.
Bun. I'm going to comment here from Black Dwarf, and he says, I play in a group from Infernal to Bloodshed.
There you go. I knew it. Because he can do whatever. Okay, then if you're in a group, my question will be, are you in charge of holding your own aggro, or is there a teammate that is holding the aggro for the entire team? That will be one of my questions.
Right.
Okay. Do we wait for the answer?
Just go ahead and continue explaining, because I think there's a bit of a lag right now, and it doesn't help that the internet is also screwed up thanks to my sister. So we'll just make do with whatever we can.
So yeah, I was saying you stay in Iron Dwarf mode this time, and you just keep on hitting things with Iron Fist.
Yep.
Iron Fist has a synergy with Bomb talent, which increases your damage by 10% for each talent spent on Bomb talent.
Okay.
So yeah, that will increase your damage up to I think it's 250%.
Okay.
Yeah, 250%. So that's 250% of your base damage dealt as physical damage plus the 25% armor debuff you apply. Mm. How much damage is that 25%? We do not know. It's based on the monster's armor.
Right.
So if that dude has 100 armor, well, it's 25% more, right? 250 more, yep. Right?
Yep.
But we know depending on the difficulty, you get like I don't know, like 1,000 armor, 100,000, 200,000 armor.
Yeah, so sometimes it's a little crazy.
Yeah, so 25% more, armor debuff on that target could be even 50% more of your base damage, depending on how much armor it has. So it's a good talent. And if you upgrade it, it deals up to, 40 45% armor debuff. Yeah, it applies a 45% armor debuff, I think.
Interesting.
Anyways, or 40 armor debuff. I really can't remember.
Okay.
So that's the second approach, and because now you are in melee range,
yep.
You're dealing physical damage. Your turrets are dealing damage, and you're healing up.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't need to worry about getting hit because you have an extremely good tool right now to be used. One is, let me go check your wisdom again. Where is your wisdom? Oh, this is a new build.
Yeah, sorry. I send you the next guy while you're still talking, so...
Yeah, I was like, wait, that's not the build. Here it is.
You found it? It's
You already have... Yeah.
level 173. Just making sure you got the right
Yeah.
one. Okay, good.
Yeah. So you already have enough talents to spend on armor and resistances.
Yeah.
So... The block approach is good. It's good, just so you know. But right now you don't have enough talents to spend on that. So you don't need those 6 points in there. You can remove them and instead spend them on either armor. You need to check the percentages. How much would those 6 points get my armor up? 1%, 2%. What about my resistances? 1%, 2%. If it's only 1%, 2%, then it's not worth it. So you need to remove your resistances and put them on your armor instead. Or put them on your resistance instead. It depends because you are now in melee range.
I was gonna suggest, like, regardless of whether he decides to play melee range or far away, that his points, the 22 out of 60 on the HP regen, should be taken out. Because once you have Engineer is going to out-heal any kind of passive HP regen by like 1,000,000-fold.
Yes.
So you don't need that. You can take that and stick this into your armor and your resistances instead. That would actually help you more than where it is right now.
Yeah. Well, that's a good advice. Yes. Because Iron Dwarf increases your armor and resistances by 200%.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm suggesting you to go in melee range.
Yeah.
Because you have massive armor and massive resistances already.
Yeah, once you max those out, or even without maxing that out, you can put more points into your HP. That's not full. That's 27 out of 60. You could do... I would like to see that at 60 out of 60 if you are planning to do your Iron Dwarf, so that when you go in, you got that HP, not just relying on armor and defenses.
Yeah, that could also work.
Yep.
Let's see. Boom. Oh yeah, and in case things get messy, because you stunned the targets with mine, so you count 5 seconds from there on. You already transformed into Iron Dwarf. You dealt maybe 4 times damage thanks to your fist, to Iron Fist, and the 5 seconds are up now. So you have mine ready once again, but they are immune to stun.
Yep.
For 3 seconds. So you have to wait. You can then stay there because you're healing up thanks to your turrets. You can stay there, and once the immunity shield, because you can see it, wears off, you get out of Iron Dwarf and place mine, but this time you cast C14 Micro Rocket.
Right.
And then by the time that happens, you can cast now Dwarf in the box, Shrapnel Shot, and then transform into Iron Dwarf again.
Yep,
so it's a very melee range approach.
Right.
But if you go Master of Fire, that's the build you have to go.
Right.
Unfortunately.
Black Dwarf here says, I did update the HP to 60 out of 60. So yeah, that's good. You're on the right track.
There you go. So if you go Master of Fire, you have to play Iron Dwarf. So if you play Iron Dwarf, you don't need to spend any points on Iron Dwarf. You just need to spend 10 points on Bomb.
Yep.
To increase the damage from your your Iron Fist.
Yep.
And that is it. You don't need to spend any points on Machine Gun Turret. The 10 points on Tesla, you don't need to spend points in there either.
Right.
I would your oil slick. This here it is. The oil slick increases your fire damage.
Yep.
And this is why doors are so good in everything they do. A machine gun turret deals physical damage, and 50% of its base of the damage dealt is dealt as fire damage.
Right.
And then when you select the talent for machine gun turret, it explodes, dealing 50% of your base damage as fire damage as an AoE.
Right.
So now you're dealing 2 times fire damage, and it's AoE now.
Yep.
So that's good. And if you place an oil slick on that thing, and then you shrapnel shot, and then you flamethrower, you are dealing fire damage. That's
right.
Sustainable fire damage, all in one go.
Yes.
It's not burst damage from your machine gun or flamethrower. That's sustainable damage, but from the shrapnel shot, the initial hit is burst.
Yep.
Then from there on, shrapnel shot is dealing burst and sustainable damage because it lasts 6 seconds.
Black Dwarf here says my HP is now 1.05 million. So yeah, you're actually
nice.
That's nice. That's a good start. It definitely won't be enough for bloodshed. So continue to build that HP. I mean, if you plan to do what Tira is suggesting, which is fire and then jumping in as Iron Dwarf, you need to build some HP, because even though you're getting healed from level 2 of Engineer, you gotta be careful that you don't get one shot, right? Because if you get one shot, healing is not going to revive you from the dead. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I'll give you an example though. If you've been watching our streams, in one of those streams we did bloodshed. Nemi boy, hear this. Nemi boy, who has 60,000 base damage, was out healing the damage dealt from bloodshed monsters in the library, and he was staying alive.
Yeah.
Without being on Iron Dwarf.
Yep.
Imagine if you were on Iron Dwarf.
Yep.
Because you get 200% increased armor and resistances.
I think if more
go ahead.
If more Steam mech players were comfortable getting up close and punching with their dwarf, with Iron Dwarf, there would be fewer complaints about about the class in general being weak. Because when I watch Tyr play, and Tyr normally plays Dragon Knight, right? So he's comfortable with being up close and personal. For him, that's a normal thing. So for him to switch over to a dwarf, he's like Iron Dwarfing in and out, and I am just like, jeez man, this guy is like outputting insane damage, like absolutely insane damage. And I don't see that with most dwarf players, because I realize most of them pick the class because they want to stand far away and just, put down a gun and let it mow things down. That's really what they want to do. They don't want to jump up close. So, but there's 2 ways to play dwarf, so depending on which way you want to go, but we're letting you guys know that jumping in with Iron Dwarf can be amazing if you know what you're doing.
And you need to mix oil slick and C14 micro rocket, and mine.
Yes.
Those 3 tools are wonderful in a dwarf character. And you need to know what each of those skills do. In this case, oil slick will break fire resistances. So if you place just Tesla turret and you oil slick, you're not dealing any damage.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. If you place mine and C14 micro rocket and then Tesla, you are not dealing any damage either, because that's physical debuff. It's armor debuff. So it's a conception of the class that I'm gonna deal more damage as long as I apply armor debuff. No, it doesn't work that way anymore.
Yeah.
So now you have to deal damage based on the debuff you apply.
Correct.
So C14 micro rocket mine, and oil slick are meant for your machine gun turret.
Yep.
All of them, and shrapnel shot and flamethrower.
Yep.
So a way of increasing. If you want to stay, I'd say mid-range. You go flamethrower. You place oil slick, machine gun turret. You break armor if you want, because that will increase the damage of your machine gun turret. So you're not losing any damage output.
Right.
Then you spend 10 points in I think it's called rocket pack.
Yep.
Which is the jump.
Yep.
And 10 points on flamethrower.
Okay.
So rocket pack has a very interesting synergy with flamethrower. Number one, it increases the flamethrower damage by 1.5% or 15%, I think,
right,
per enemy around you when you land.
Right.
I think it's a 5-meter radius of where you land.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you upgrade it, it increases your damage by 15% per enemy, I guess.
Yep.
Something like that. But it's a lot of damage increased. So you can do everything I said, and then you jump in, and you just flamethrower. Now, flamethrower has this feature I call where if you place yourself very close to the target,
right,
you will not deal damage to the adjacent targets.
Yep.
But if you place far away from the initial target, then you will hit more targets thanks to its cone base animation. Yes. So you hit more targets the farther you are from the target.
Yep.
And that's how you use flamethrower. And on top of that, it burns.
Yes.
So it's dealing more damage. So that with oil slick and machine gun turret and the passive for machine gun turret is allowing you to deal more fire damage.
Yep. Black Dwarf here says, when I play in a group with DK, I run in with flamethrower and Tesla turret cast over us. I am definitely going to play with Iron Dwarf. I'm guessing he's persuaded to try it out.
You can try it out. If you like it, it's good. If you don't like it, well, don't play it. Just be aware that what your strengths are. Oh, I need to answer this call. Give me a moment.
Okay, go ahead. Waiting for him to mute himself. There we go. Okay. So I do realize that we're starting to run out of time here. So what I've done is I've actually closed the build review. We have a few more people here who still want their builds reviewed, so I'm going to start pulling them up. We have the Dragon Knight here, which is our next one. Mr. Kane, I don't know if he's here or not. I've already sent this one to Tier. Now, Neatco, I don't know if you're still here or not. You said that you sent me something? You sent me your Ranger? Is that the one? Oh, I got a Ranger who's all blacked out, so that must be the other fella. Let's see here. So I'm not sure that we'll be able to finish everybody's builds today. We actually got quite a lot of submissions today, like a lot of submissions. More than what I can cover in 3 hours, especially when Tier goes on a very long chat. So what I was thinking to do, we may have to end today with one last guy, which I guess will be Kane. Glad that we managed to help you out there, Black Dwarf. If you do have any other questions, like Tier right now doesn't have a PC, so he can't actually log into the game and like personally answer any questions. But if you have any specific questions, I don't know if you're in Discord or not. If you are in Discord, you can always ping Tier. You may have some difficulty typing it because he is on an iPad and those things are kind of annoying to type on. But he can always help answer any questions that you have, any further questions about your dwarf, and that applies to anybody else who actually either, whether you got your build reviewed today or not, right? If you got questions, feel free to ask on the Discord server. You can also ask in the comment section after the stream, but I find that because he's right now unable to type on an iPad, it's a little bit difficult for him to answer in some places, whereas on Discord you could just, be in a call. Okay, I'm going to start looking at Kane here, because this is interesting. I don't think we've had very many Dragon Knights on the stream. He has 2. This is very nice. He has 2 of the Lingering Memories uniques. So one of them should be the amulet. Sorry, not amulet. The adornment, and I don't recognize what the other one is, but it's for the damage. One-handed weapon, and he's actually got the mounting and the shopping. This is funny. Playing one-handed. Yes, he is. One-handed with no block. That is so interesting. I'm gonna have to ask Tyr if he thinks that's viable or not, because for me, I would have been like one hand plus block, right? Like, for me, those are like bread and butter, based on the way that I play. Ah, you're back?
I'm back. Ugh.
Okay, I've already sent you the next guy. It's Kane, a Dragon Knight.
Yeah,
One of the
okay,
rare
whatever.
few Dragon Knights that we have seen on streams thus far. And I realized, I was like, dude is playing one-handed and he has 0 block, so I think he's going with a battle shield, if I'm not wrong.
Wait, no, I think that's a normal shield. Hold on.
He has
Oh yeah,
zero block.
it's a battle shield. Yeah, it's a battle shield.
Yeah, I was like, he has 0
Yep.
block.
It's a battle shield. Yep.
Ah.
Yep. So he is with a battle shield and effective HP.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. I'll
so,
let you take the lead on this one, because I don't know nearly as much about Dragon Knights. I play it for fun,
Well,
not to be good at it.
Well, yeah. Question. What did he ask?
That's a good question. Let's take a look.
Because I'm looking at his character, and his character is already good.
Yes,
So
he
did
says
he
how to
ask
get more
anything?
crit and just general advice.
How to get more credit?
Yes, he's already at like
How?
nearly 60%.
You want more credit?
Here's an easy one. Wait for release 247. Your Lingering Memories uniques will actually work properly. You'll have more crit automatically. That's one thing. So release 247. So wait for tomorrow. You will have more crit tomorrow. I know. Great advice.
I guess so. I really like your outfit, though. Your outfit, your costume is really cool. I like it.
Yes, he's using that other moon set. Can't remember the name of
Yeah,
it.
it's like a cowboy.
I think it's the
Yeah.
color, because normally it's red. It
I
doesn't
like
look like a cowboy then.
Yeah, the color is just meh. The initial color is meh, but this one makes you look like a cowboy, and then on top of that, battle bear.
Right. Yep.
It's pretty cool.
Yes.
Now, Sorry, go ahead.
No, I didn't have anything to say. Go ahead.
Well, the thing is, right now, the only way of getting crit are the already known things.
Yep.
Gems, runes, maybe 1 or 2 pieces of equipment, a few sets if you want.
Yep.
But that is it. There is really not much to it. The Jabax pet.
Yeah.
But aside from those things, there's really not it. Not much to add into what you're asking for.
Yes.
Because I've seen a lot of players too having above 300,000 critical value, and that's awesome. That's incredible. But to reach that amount of crit, you need exquisite trapezoid gems. So.
Just take my money. Come on, BP.
Sorry.
Yeah, we all just went deaf there. Ouch. My ears.
I cannot mute myself in time because I had to switch windows and tabs and whatever.
Yeah, I know that.
And it takes a while to load those. So by the time I'm switching screens. I'm like, oh no, I'm panicking. Panics.
Alright.
Okay, well, I'm going back to the image now. The dog seems to be fine now. Okay. Yeah. So, I guess he's still in the chat. Is he? Oh no, not again. Not again.
Don't think he's in chat. I haven't seen him pop up, even though I pulled up his character. So maybe he'll be just watching this afterwards.
Oh, okay. Well, then let's see, because I believe he's playing for an effective HP build. So if that's the case, because he needs more crit, and that's what he's looking for,
yep.
Then he doesn't need any block, and that's alright. So he's playing with Spike Shield comboed with Dragon Hide. Is that correct? Yes, it is. So let's see. And let's see. Let me check out that experience retelling, because I believe he has Body of Work with Rachel thing. Yes, he does.
Yep.
So yeah, he's playing with a full healing build, which is the correct approach if you want to play main tank. Let's see. Okay. He already has 50-something% of crit, right?
59%. Yeah, 59%.
Yeah, so if you already have that amount of crit, dude, or gal, I'm gonna call you dude.
It's Kane. I'm assuming it's a dude.
No, even if you're a gal, because I call my gal dude as well, so.
Right.
Yeah. Dude. Nah, just kidding. If you have that amount of crit already, I think you should be using, or casting, in this case, Bloody Wild Swing. Because Bloody Wild Swing deals more damage than Rageful Swing. Initial damage. Initial damage of Rageful Swing is 100% of your base damage, whereas Bloody Wild Swing is 125%. When Rageful Swing is increased from challenge 0 to 10, it's 110% of your base damage with 10 points spent in there.
Right.
And when you spend 10 points in Bloody Wild Swing, your damage goes from 125 up to 175? 170. Question mark?
Sure, can't help you out with that one.
Let's see. It's 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. Yeah, 175. Yeah, 175. So that's more damage than Rageful Swing. And they almost cover the same area. I say almost because this is the only way people opt to play Rageful Swing instead of Bloody Wild Swing. The range from Bloody Wild Swing is kind of meh right now compared to Rageful Swing. The arc.
Okay.
The arc from Rageful Swing covers more area than Bloody Wild Swing, which is absurdly bad.
Yeah.
Because your Bloody Wild... This is something I wanted to give us feedback. They should remove the 360 degrees from Bloody Wild Swing and just make you... you can cast the skill one single time and cover only that half arc from Rageful Swing. That's the only thing you need, because the range it's so small that you actually need to go in. And it's a skill that has a delay. Oh, my mom is coming back. I need to go check. Mom's coming back from the hospital. I need to go check. Sorry.
Oh, the dog barking. Ouch, my ears. Alright, so he just ran off. Okay, so while we wait here for Kane, we got a couple minutes left, and we still have a couple people here still sitting in chat. Are you guys up for a game of either Fibbage or Quiplash? Anybody up for a game of that while we wait for Tyr? Because I don't know how long he's going to take. Here's the thing about Tyr. I've known him for 7 years now. When he says, be right back can be anywhere from like 5 minutes to like 3 hours later. So that's why I'm usually like, when he says be right back, I'm just going to take it with a grain of salt and not wait. So I'm going to start this up. I don't know about you guys, but I had a lot of fun last time with Quiplash. Do you guys want to play Quiplash? You guys want to play Fibbage? Or you want to try a new game while we wait for Tyr? Because I don't know how long he's going to take. And I'm sorry, Mitko, I don't think we have enough time today to cover your particular character. But maybe we can get to it next time. You guys up for it? Yes or yes? Okay, I'm gonna start it up. What do you guys think? You guys want to see Quiplash? Want to see Fibbage? What are you up for? Oh, really? View updates. Come on. Updates. Okay. Start. Okay, what are people up for? You guys wanna... Nope, I did this. You guys wanna play Fibbage? Turn the... It's quite loud in my ears. Here, but my internet is dying. That's not good. Okay. Well, do your best to join us, Meepco. Keep it fun. So let's play Quiplash. I had a lot of fun last time, so Quiplash, if you guys want to join the game, and it's more fun if people join, so I'm serious here. Go to jackbox.tv and enter in the code KPDN. It's a little small on the screen. You can join the game. So what we're gonna do, they're gonna basically give you a prompt, like they'll have a statement, and you make a joke about it. And here's the best part. You can literally make jokes about Drakensang online using this. So for example, they might say, you know, the next blockbuster movie title, and then you can make a Drakensang online joke, or any kind of joke really, about it. So that's what makes it so much more fun and creative, as compared to just plain old Fibbage. So, let's get some folks in here to join. 5 minutes behind. Yeah, I can't help it. Like, when my internet goes bust, it tends to screw everything up. Okay, we got Meatco in. Still have room for another whole 6 folks, so come on in. Let's go to jackbox.tv, enter in the room code KPDN, and let's try and fill up the gaps here. We'll make this more fun. Hopefully Tyr makes it back on time. I think it'll be more fun if we can have more people playing. By the way, while we're waiting, are you guys excited for Sargon event? Because I have to say, like, this event, the last time it ran, I checked on the wiki, was April of 2014, and I was like, holy crap, it's been nearly 7 years since we've had a Sargon event. So it has been a very, very long time. Oh, 1 second here. I know I'm excited for Sargon event, but my enthusiasm is a little bit dampened by the fact that I've literally played the event like dozens of times already on the test server. So I'm just like, yeah, you know what? I've already seen kind of more or less all of it. I not gonna have very many participants today. So I don't know if you have the button for everybody's in, Meatco. But the thing is, we do really need more players. Otherwise, 2 players, it's a little too obvious who's writing which quip and who's not. So, come on, folks. 2 more brave volunteers. You can always hide your username so we don't know who you are. You can make up a nickname for yourself. Maybe that should be a thing. All of us play with other people's nicknames. Play as Tier next time. We have no button. Okay, I think it's because we don't have enough players quite yet. I think most of the people here are shy. They don't want to join. Want to join Quiplash, Jackbox.tv, KPDN. So you guys know what's interesting and why I actually was looking the other way. So this is something interesting. A few days ago, so I mean we moved into this apartment less than a year ago. A few days ago, we had a call from the folks who run this place saying, hey, there's been water leakage in the unit that's below yours. And we were just like, oh, what happened? Because only maybe a month or so ago, there was water literally pouring out of the ventilation system in my bathroom, and I was just like, this is a brand new building and we're having all kinds of water troubles. Not sure I trust the quality of the build here. And then not so long ago before that, what did we have? There was another thing that happened. Oh yes, our sink. Our sink is like one of those new style sinks where they just apply like a layer of silicone glue and just like push it against the counter, and it's literally like glued on, like an art project. The sink in our kitchen, the glue was failing, so the sink actually detached from the counter, and it was like water was everywhere, and it was like, my god, what is with this building and water issues? I was like, this is the 3rd water issue I can recall in less than a year that we've been living here. I was like, that's not good. New building, but quality's not there. Okay guys, come on. I do see quite a few people still watching. I know you guys are all lurkers. But if you go to jackbox.tv and use the room code KPDN, we can get this off the ground a little bit faster. Nice one, Midko. That's a good idea. Where's our snide? Where's our local champion, Bibbage? We're gonna beat him up using Quiplash instead. Alright, so for those who are just joining, we are waiting to start this game. Switch the screen so you guys can see it. You'll just have to go to jackbox.tv and type in the room code. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to think about rescheduling the stream if that internet going kaboom is gonna be a regular thing. Which, unfortunately, it seems to promise to be that way, so... Yes, voice chatting with himself. I think he usually does that. Should we try and drag him into Quiplash and see how good he is at it? Sounds like a plan. Whoosh, guess who's here? Don't tell me he's AFK.
No. What?
Hey, wanna join the stream? Oh wait, you're already on the call on stream. Haha.
Ha.
Hey, come join the game. We're trying to play a party game. There's not enough folks. There's me and Meatco, and there's a bunch of lurkers who don't want to join us.
How do I join?
So open the stream, and then open another tab or another device. I'm assuming another tab will be easier. Go to jackbox.tv, and then enter the room code KPDN. Put in a nickname. Drag a few people in.
I'm a little bit confused. Jackbox.tv?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Tier's AFK, otherwise I would drag him in. He doesn't get to escape from this.
It requires me 4-letter code.
Yes, so the room code, you'll probably want to open the stream so you can also see my screen. Otherwise it'll be a little bit confusing what's going on. It's KPDN.
Okay, I'm there.
Nice. Alright.
KPDN.
Wonder if we can actually, I wonder what's the minimum number of players for this game, because I actually haven't tried. Ah, hey, we can play it with 3 people. Okay, let's try this.
Okay.
Let's see how this goes. Let's see how good you are at making up bullshit. Alright, Vegetable Man. I haven't forgotten.
Check. Schmitty. Check. Players. Okay, let's have a good clean fight. No quips below the belt. This is round 1. You'll get 2 prompts on your device. Just answer them however you want. Your responses, or quips, will be pitted against someone else's, and everyone will vote on their favorite. You score based on the percentage of players who like your answer. Plus, there are winners' bonuses at stake. Go!
Mexican warrior guy is AFK. Oh boy. Oh. Okay, here we go.
Let's start this show. First up, come up with a really bad TV show that starts with baby. Okay, everyone, vote for your favorite.
Oh dear. Oh Oh boy.
And next is, on your wedding night, it would be horrible to find out that the person you married is blank.
I gotta see this.
Vote on your devices.
Oh, what? What is a U version out at Adolf?
Hello, hello?
Oh, Chubby Buns is here. We're playing
Yeah,
Quiplash.
Did you finish the stream though?
No, it's currently still ongoing. We're just gonna wrap up, I think, with this game.
Oh, okay.
Next up,
Yeah.
I
great thing to
see.
yell before
Hello
jumping
there,
out of an
butt
airplane.
stuff.
Hello, hello.
Time to vote.
Noise.
A great
So
thing
I
to
was
yell before
what?
jumping out of an airplane.
So I was what, explaining, I think? I was
You
in the middle of
were. You
explaining?
were. You were.
Uh,
I think "were" is the key word here.
I think no longer?
Yeah, as in we sat around waiting for you for so long, I was like...
That's the end of round one. Let's take a look at the scores.
It's too funny. Would have been better if we had more people participating.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Now
The
round
build,
two, where
the
all
build.
points and bonuses are double.
Oh no!
The dog again.
Oh, I guess I can still talk about the bill? Because I didn't really say anything.
Damn it, my answer was too long.
Question mark?
Why don't you wait, Bun? Because otherwise there's music with the game, and we won't be able to hear you and the game at the same
Alright.
time. Yeah.
Alrighty then. Where's the... Here it is.
Okay, it's time for some quiplashing. The first prompt is a good way to get fired.
Oh my god,
Okay, pick your favorite.
that's so literal. Good way to get fired. Actually firing a gun. Oh boy.
I picked PG.
Oh, I think because you joined a little bit late, Mex, so that's why you're in the audience as opposed to
Coming
an
up
actual
next,
player.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? It's voting time.
Oh my god. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Oh. Hey, I like your answer. Yes.
Okay, next one. The name of a toilet paper specifically designed for the Queen of England.
My
Vote on your
god.
devices.
What? Cotton and cash paper money. I have to go with cash paper money. Miko says I got disconnected again, my phone's dying. Ow. Miko, you need to charge your phone. Oh, wow. Audience vote goes the other way.
Damn.
Nice. I didn't realize how big of an impact audience voting
Round two is
actually
no
has.
more. Let's see the damage.
Yeah.
Nice. Miko, the one with the crappy phone, is still in the lead.
This is round three, the last lash. Points are tripled, and everyone gets the same one single prompt this time. Our prompt is the best part about being Donald Trump.
I don't know what's good about being Donald Trump. And hello there, Eugene. I wonder if Meatco can still connect. I think you may be able to reconnect after you accidentally exit, so...
Time to take a look. Vote now. You get 3 votes this round to spread out any way you like, or give them all to one answer.
Can't play Minecraft all day. Oh, you had to shorten your answer. Does this mean you were the one with the long answer? Minecraft all day? Okay, we'll find out in 3 seconds. At 10%. Ouch. Ouch. Damn it. Oh, man.
Oh. Dang.
That's the end. Let's
Plus
see the
AK,
final
build a wall.
scoreboard.
See? Oh, Miko. Gotta love it when the guy who has, like, the worst device to check in on actually wins. Alright, so question here for you guys, as now I saw a few people sneaking in. Hello there, Meg. I don't know if you guys want to play again, or you guys want to just call it a day.
I'm down.
And thank you, Butt Stuff, for allowing me to just drag you in.
Yeah, sure.
Hello?
Yeah, I know, I just dragged him in. Just joined the call and told him to come join.
Nice.
Yeah, Meg says Buddy
Cheetos.
rocks. Yes, he
Munches.
does, I agree.
He does.
Yes. Hey Meg, do you want to join the game? We can get more people,
Hello?
then I'm up for doing one more. Meg wants to know, by the way, Bun, if you have found that bunny costume.
Hey, what? Oh no! I had one when I was 11 years old. I had one pajamas of Bugs Bunny.
My god, actually?
Yeah, but I didn't have the ears. It was only the pajamas.
Aww.
The whole body pajamas, but the hat.
That must have been cute.
Yeah, I actually got bullied at school for wearing that thing.
Aww.
Because one of my friends came knocking at the door at some point, and he was about to ask for some homework, or I can't really remember, and then he saw me wearing that thing. I didn't know it was him knocking the door,
Oh my
and
god.
I was like, oh, I'm so screwed. And yes, I was so screwed.
That's okay, Meg. You don't have to be good at the game to have fun, so just come on in and join us. The more people there is, the more fun it is, even if you lose. You can
Of
make all the
course.
DSO jokes at the expense of one-handed dragon knights.
What do you mean?
Meg says, yes. Here, look for it and wear it. Ears are essential.
LOL? LOL?
We got Keck W in. Hey, I wonder if Tukas, aka Max, is still here. If you are, you should join. It's your chance.
I kind of wonder, is Meg into cute boys wearing pajamas or something?
Maybe?
Question mark? Legit question though.
Miko says, mind if I join voice? I don't mind, but you might need to put yourself on, like, push to talk or something. Because I think you're joining from cell phone, right? And last time you did that, there was a lot of echo. Egg says, LOL, how am I supposed to know if you're cute? Hold on, let me go download that 40 gig game.
So she's into cute boys. She's into cute boys wearing pajamas. Oh my lord!
I don't think Tyr would qualify as a cute boy.
I am not a cute boy. I am just an ugly ass man.
Cute.
Lol? Lol?
Yeah, I don't think he counts. I don't think he does. He doesn't have a webcam right now, so at some point I'm gonna download Black Desert Online, which is a 40 gig game.
Oh no!
Just to open up the
60
model.
Giga image?
Just to open up a model and be like, hey guys, this is what Tyr looks like. At least through the lens of the duck.
How many gigs though? 40 gigs?
40.
So a 40 gig download just to show an image?
Yes.
I see.
Yes.
I see.
Yep. Hello there, Miko. I did see you sneaking in. And so
Hello?
I'm like, do it!
Hi.
Oh, hello there. Oh, he sounds good actually.
The sound quality wasn't that bad.
Oh, sorry.
Oh my god, I'm going deaf. Holy shit. Yeah, Tyr's dogs, man. Okay, I think 4 might be all we're getting. We got Keck W in. I don't see mechs anywhere, so here we go then. This one should be a little bit more fun.
Should be.
Should be.
This is Quiplash. I'm Schmitty, and you're an acceptable group of players. Remember, guys, during this game, it's natural to fall in love with me. Fight the feeling. Let's go. Time for round 1. You'll score points based on the percentage of people who prefer your answer. Have at it.
By the way, Meg, even if you don't want to join the game, you can actually vote as the audience. So if you go to jackbox.tv and put in the room code, you can just vote as an audience member.
I am cute. Hello?
Sure. Meg says, so sorry, Cat. That's okay. Just know that you could sway the results of the game with the votes, audience votes.
Oh boy. Imagine a grown up man
Right.
being cute. They do exist though. But I'm not one of them.
I find this one hard. This round for me, the prompts were difficult. Egg says, no, Tyr, you're not.
See? I am not a cute man.
Let's take a look.
There you go.
Starting things off, what Santa does with a dead elf.
Oh, I am a cute boy now.
Yeah.
Lol.
Time, pick your favorite.
Oh my god.
A cutie bunny bun. Hello? Should I really get that bunny pajamas though?
Yes.
Should I? Or just the ears?
Yes.
Or just the ears? Wait, what are you saying yes but stuff? What's that?
And next,
Thank
Where's
you.
my new Steam profile picture?
Egg says, I can imagine butt stuff in a daffodil costume. Oh my god, you guys. All the
Lol.
DSO jokes. Tourist attraction in hell. Oh
Okay,
my.
fine.
This is so
I'll-
good.
I'll look into a bunny costume. Okay, fine. Well, a pajamas, I guess. Oh no. Pajamas, I guess.
next one. A movie that should never be made into a theme park
No,
ride.
wait. The whole pajamas or just the ears?
Vote on your devices.
Oof. So, Bon, you just showed up in an answer here. So the prompt was a movie that should never be made into a theme park ride. The options are Titanic or Tears Google History. Oops, I ran out of time and I forgot to vote. By the way, I would have voted for Tears Google History.
And thinking I can vote my phone against thing.
Day of Christmas my true love gave to me.
Oh no, nobody answered on time.
Wait, what? There was no option to answer.
Yep.
That's round 1. Let's take a look at the scores.
Nice.
Time for round 2,
Stars.
where everything is worth 2 times as much as that silly round 1.
I will go a little bit edgy this time.
Okay. Keeps it interesting.
Fuck,
Okay, here we
mistake.
go. Our first prompt is a shocking find in Clifford the Big Red Dog's poop.
Oh, I got disconnected.
I see.
Okay, pick your favorite.
Oh my god. The vanilla one. I'm wondering if this is somebody who was around when we had that round about beaver anal secretions.
The fuck?
Yep.
Did I just hear?
Yep. Let's just say we had a question that involved
Next one.
beaver anal secretions, and the
Excuse
answer
to
had to
avoid
do
riding
with
the mechanical
vanilla.
bull. It's voting time.
Oh my. I think I know which one's butt stuff. I think that must be butt stuff. Okay, I think this game is a little harder than Fibbage, but it can be fun depending on how many people you get in there.
Okay, next one. The best way to tell if someone is dead. Time to vote.
What the hell? Oh my god. What kind of answers are these? I don't even know what to pick. Oh my god.
Next up, a weird way to dry your hair. Vote on your devices.
Yeah.
Wait, how does paint dry hair? Am I missing something?
And that's all for round 2. Fire up the scoreboard.
Hello there, Merrick. Oh boy.
And now, round 3, the last lash. Point values are tripled, and you'll all be answering the same prompt this time. The prompt is a great brand name for extra, extra large condoms.
Oh my god, what kind of What is that?
Oh no.
Uh, anything I
both
put
on
is
someone.
not gonna be appropriate.
Oh, am I back?
You are.
I see. Sorry.
Alright,
Right.
Kira, so I just have a question
I
about
think it's
DSO
hard.
Mage. Is it possible to gain 300k damage with all
All right,
buffs?
we're ready.
I think so.
Vote with your votes.
Wait, what?
Now.
Aha! That's
I
too
say-
funny.
I see cactus.
Yes.
Cactus.
Hey,
sneaking in.
Cactus! You're now on
Hello.
stream. Congrats.
Oh, okay.
Hello?
Donks. I was actually going to bed in a few minutes.
Ah,
Hello? I see.
Should I cheat and not just answer?
oh my god, this is such a...
Okay, I will. I will not.
I think this prompt just scared everybody off. Like, what the hell?
You just killed my intent off.
Butt stuff got all the votes. Sometimes the simplest answers are the best ones.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it. Let's take a
Yeah.
look at the final scores.
Okay, so now we all know the brand name of the extra large condoms is Yes.
Okay.
But of course.
When you
didn't know
Courtesy-
that?
like
Courtesy of butt
Sounds-
stuff.
Interesting things.
My goodness.
Damn, there are 5 people in this voice chat.
Oh boy. Okay, well, I'm gonna call it a day as far as the stream is concerned. I think we're done for today. Tier's probably still like, but I haven't finished analyzing Dragon Knights. Right?
I guess we can do it on the next stream or the next Wednesday stream.
I guess we can finish up the Dragon Knight there.
Yeah,
Wait,
because it's
is-
a whole topic.
Is today Wednesday?
Yes.
Oh shit. Okay.
LOL.
Oh boy.
Shit.
I think
Wait,
maybe
wait
next
a
time I
second.
need to like deliberately ping Cactus and be like, hey, stream starting. See you there.
Oh boy, what just happened? Oh shit!
No, I gotta go. I gotta do something for school for tomorrow.
Oh,
See
I
you.
knew it.
okay.
I knew it.
Bye.
Oh,
See ya.
good night, man.
Bye.
Woo!
Alright, everyone, so we'll take care. We'll catch you again on Sunday, and thank you so much to everybody who participated, and Buttstuff and Meatco for joining the chat. That was fun.
Yeah,
Maybe
that
we
was
should do this more
fun.
often.
If you want to become
Yeah.
famous, do what Cactus did. Oh shit! I need to do something. Good night.
Alright,
Woo!
well, see you guys. Take care. We will catch you again on Sunday.
See you later. Thank you for coming.